Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to RoadCraft for what is live stream number 62. Wow. As we continue our journey through the game. Good morning, I hope your week is going well. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from last week's stream. Now, last week got a bit messy in the end, and we didn't do as many streams as we wanted to because of me. But after giving myself a kick up the backside, I'm okay. We're getting there. So we're back today to continue on RoadCraft on the final DLC map, Washout. It has been confirmed new maps are coming in March. Yeah, March. With new vehicles and new bits and pieces as well. So we're looking forward to that. So we continue on today. I can't remember quite what percentage we're on Washout. I think there's still lots of road building to do and lots of things to keep us busy, which is the important part. But I hope everyone's well. Yeah, all I can do is apologise for last week. It kind of got silly. I say silly. I don't mean silly, but I was, yeah. I think I just let things get to me when I didn't need to. It's one of those weird things. I always felt I was quite strong, and then yeah, for some reason last week kind of hit me. But it took a few days. I'll give myself a kick on the backside, and obviously my boy's birthday helped as well at the weekend. It kind of made me think, you know, why I'm doing these things. And why, you know, this operation is important. I want to be there for him and long term and stuff. So, yeah, it's one of those. I don't know why it hit me for 6, but it did. It's one of those things. We're back. It's fine. There was talk of us not streaming until after the op. My only issue with that is we'd destroy the channel in doing that, and I don't want to do that. We've worked for 5 years to where we are now, and I don't think I want to just let it all go like that. I'd rather keep pushing for as much as we can. So that is the plan. We're going to crack on and just try and take things as we go. I know I need to look after myself. I do know my limits better than I have done ever before. And obviously we don't know what's going to happen after the op either. That's more of my concern, is not knowing. You know, I'm one of these people that likes to know these things, and I just don't know. Once the op is done, where we're going to be at. You know, I'm going to be better enough to return to work. I'm still going to be stuck. Will I gain any sort of pain relief? The aim is 20%, but it's not guaranteed. There is a small chance of movement returning, but again, not guaranteed, and that's more unlikely. It's one of those. I'm kind of, yeah. There's too many unknowns to my liking. I think that's the issue. Is I like facts, and I don't have that. But enough of that. Let's crack on. We'll continue on from last time. We are 58% done on Washout. 13 of 24 infrastructure requests, 17 of 32 objectives, and 8 of 11 side objectives, and we're on the second of the 3 parts to the story. Let's load in and have a look what the plan is first of all today. But yeah, it's good to be back. As I said, in channel update, massive thank you everyone who's watched channel update, much appreciated. Yeah, it's one of those where I just feel like I'm happy streaming. It's a good thing for me. It keeps my mind occupied. And the same as my schedule in a way, you know, recording episodic stuff and then editing it, and that kept my mind occupied. I'm losing a bit of that due to falling asleep and drowsiness, admittedly, but I haven't got that ability to keep myself busy enough in the afternoons without doing that, and I think that's half the issue. You know, if I was able to keep myself busier in the afternoons without falling asleep, fantastic. I think that's what I need, but I need to get through this, you know, this side of me that needs sleep, really, more than anything else. Just let everything catch up for a minute. I think that's it. No, still more coming in. So, we started on this mission in the last stream. This was clear the forested areas for new construction projects. Let's have a look, shall we? E-Flag, good morning, how are you? Hope you're well. So we need to provide resources to the repair shop is one main mission here. 5 steel beams, 5 wood, and 5 concrete slabs. That's something we need to do. Steel pipe, we need to head there. I'm assuming that's to get that back up and running, essentially. That's our 2 main objectives. Side objectives, it's find and secure the hazardous materials. The mission I can't stand because generally they all break. And clear the forested areas for new construction. We started this in the last stream. We'll continue this mission for the time being, and then one side mission, one main, one side remain, as we always do. So we have cleared one area. This area here is done. We're on this area next, and then this area afterwards. So we just need clear of objects. So that's trees, debris, anything that's there that we can clear. We need to clear essentially. I'm doing better. Thank you, pal. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. I'm doing good. Yeah. I think I just needed them a couple of days to kick myself at the butt and go, come on, you can do this. And like I was just saying, it's the unknown, and I think that's the scary part. I like facts. I like to know what's going on, and obviously I don't have all the answers, and no one does. And I think that's the thing that got to me massively. But I'm good. It's about cracking on, keeping busy, and that kind of thing, isn't it? That's the big thing. There's a bonus reward for this mission. I don't know why. But we can see the debris here. So this is the vehicle. This is the area we'd already cleared. So that is done. So we need to go and get our gear over here. Cut down the trees. And then we need to go over here to do that one as well. And then I'm assuming we'll have to deliver stuff to build stuff there. Yeah, thank you, Plan. Much appreciated. Massive thank you for all your support, you play. It's very much appreciated. So yeah, I think we need to jump into our tree cutter and start with, I think, by the looks of things. And from there, we can then go and chop down them trees. Like I said, there's a lot of debris, it looks like, as well to deal with there. So we may have to get rid of some of that as well. We are going to need metal beams and stuff, so some of that is going to be good, useful to do and get now, to be fair. So let's go over there with our whatchamacallit, crayfish. Words aren't working. We'll go over there with the crayfish. We will start cutting down the trees. As it says, there is debris there to deal with as well. And as we always do, one main, one side, and we'll just keep moving along like that until we get everything done. So we started down 58%. We'll see how much we can get done by the end of play today. No concrete slab there. It's in the floor, but potentially that's one of the concrete slabs we need. Although, saying that, it's not showing up as something we can pick up. Hang on. We go across to this. No, they're not showing. I wonder if they'd show us grey. We know we need concrete slabs for a mission, but they haven't been showing up as where they are, and we can't currently make them on the map as far as we can see. So I wonder if that would be one of them, but no. Okay, let's get into the area and have a look at what we're dealing with. That's a big trick. Obviously getting through here is a problem at the minute. We may have to cut down more trees than we think, just to make a pathway in more than anything else. The problem is seeing through the trees, isn't it? That's the hard part. There's lack of visibility at the minute. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, go this way through the trees. Depending obviously what we need to bring into the area, machine-wise, we may have to get rid of some of the other trees just to create more of an opening. So let's have a look at what we've got here. There's trees to cut down. There's debris to get rid of as well. So let's start with the first tree, shall we? I don't know what it says. There's bonus rewards for doing this mission as well, but we don't quite know why. I don't know if it's for the debris, maybe. But we'll see what we can. We'll try and get them if we can. It's always worth trying to grab bonuses when you can, really. Right, another tree over this side. As always, we'll try and put these logs in piles where possible. It just makes it easier for when we want to go and pick them up, that's the thing. It was nice to have a pile of them rather than them everywhere. There we go. Does mean a bit more manoeuvring, but I think it makes more sense to try and have them grouped together when we can. Right, we'll go down this right-hand edge to start with. I think I might be too close to that one. Oh, we'll take that one, it's fine. Yeah, so one area complete already, 2 more areas to clear. I think we do need to clear debris out of the way. I know it's not showing up as needing to be done, but I wonder if that's what the bonus is for, essentially. Because although it's not showing up as needed, could potentially that be the bonus? I just want to check something. Although, this over here, is this fully cleared? Or is there still material stuff around here to pick up? So there's still stuff here to pick up, although it's not telling us we need to. Part of me thinks we do need to get rid of some of this debris in here as well. Bear me a second. Sorry about that. That was we have a disabled car for me, and it needs an MOT. As I've had it for 3 years, we need to change it to be fair, but I can't decide what it needs doing because I need my other half to decide because she's the one who needs to take time for her to do it. But yeah, so I'm curious because it says about building here. Part of me wonders whether we need to clear the debris out as well. I know it's saying this area is now clear, but it's not though, is it? That's my only thinking is, and this mission does say bonus reward, trees and debris. So I do wonder whether we need to clear out some of this other stuff as well. There we go. I was waiting for my little boy to message say I was at school. Yeah, so part of me thinks we do need to clear out the debris. We have got the ability to do that. That's us there. I think it does need doing. So what I'm going to do is jump into this and let's get rid of some of this debris. I'm in 2 minds. Because it doesn't tell us we need to and this area is now clear, you'd think it would tell us to clear the debris. Or I wonder though if that's the next part of this. As a bonus reward is quite a lot, 14,000. That's what makes me think maybe we do need to clear more than what we have. That's the thing, but now we can't actually now see the area, can we? Because the area is cleared of trees, the square's now gone. That's the only concern. So I can't actually see what else needs clearing. Or is it going to then give us that afterwards to do, maybe? Yeah, I think actually, let's carry on what we're doing. Let's do the trees. I wonder if maybe it's going to give it to us afterwards to do, potentially. Because that's the other thing. It may add on to the mission, because missions can change once you've done some of them. So I wonder if maybe the mission will add on once we've done what we're doing now, maybe. Because you see all the debris down there. but it hasn't told us, it's not showing up as to pick up, and the square disappears once the trees and stumps are done. So maybe it will add on to the mission to clear the debris. Although the mission says debris, it doesn't currently give us that show of that's what needs doing. So maybe it is afterwards it will add to that, clear all the debris out from the zones. I suppose some of it's me wanting to be thorough, but also at the same time it's what it says. So it would make sense to do it. But it's... yeah, why is it not telling us now? That's the thing. Why is it not showing up? Because the square disappears once we're cleared all the trees and stumps. You'd think it'd stay until all the debris is done too, but it doesn't. That's the thing. So I wonder if maybe it's something that adds in. Maybe that's on the fault. You get trees occasionally that fall over like this, and normally it's a weight issue with the tree, I would say. Had it a few times now. I'm just going to do that one out of the way because it's kind of annoying me. But yeah, we'll just work our way up to here, taking down trees as we go. This one wasn't one that was on our list to clear, but it's kind of in the way of where we're putting these. It makes sense to clear it. And it does help if you make a bit more of a pile when we come to pick them all up as well. We do need some for one of the missions anyway. We need 5, I think it is, for one of the missions. We don't need to store them necessarily, but having them easily picked up would be a bonus. There's a lot of trees, this one. More than some of the others we've done. The previous one, I don't think had as many trees as this has got. Saying that, actually, it's a bit more open over there, maybe. I'm not sure why the engine noise disappears sometimes. But yeah, March, new update comes, new maps, new vehicles, including a wrecking ball. So it'll be interesting to see how that's added in, to be fair, in March. And if we do finish this, the DLC before the March update, we'll look at some of the modded maps as well and see what they're like. When we're getting close to finishing this, what I'll do is have a proper look and just have a look online, see if I can find some information about the different modded maps, and then we'll have one ready to rumble for when we finish the DLC, if it's before the March update. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they add in the new maps and new parts. Every map so far in the DLC has added new parts to it. It looks like there's going to be continued support all the way through 2026 at the very least, including modded vehicles. So I wonder if we're going to be able to change parts on vehicles later on as well. The only downside for us, obviously, is you can't do that from the start because we've already all this way through, and I'm not restarting the whole thing just for these extra little bits and pieces. Although there is a new maps coming later on in 2026 with modded vehicles, so that would be good. But it's, yeah, I'm not going to restart. It's like they've now added in damage and they've added in fuel, and to get that we'd have to restart, and I really don't want to after how many hours we've put in so far. Okay, we're getting that. All we've really done so far is driven in a straight line, and that's kind of cleared quite a lot. Got a nice little pile forming. I'm curious to what... I think this mission will add more to it. I think once all the trees are cleared, I think they will then change the debris. Because currently the debris isn't showing up as something needs clearing. Once you've cleared the trees and stumps, the square disappears. But I think this mission will add to it. I don't know what the bonus is for though, that's my only concern. There's bonus rewards for this mission, but we don't know why. That's the only thing. Right, I think from here, we're probably better off taking them... Ignore that one for the minute, we'll go to this one here. I'm just trying to think where the best place to put these are. Probably while we're here, we'll just put it here to be fair. We'll just knock the other tree over. This is what we have. There you go. But yeah, we'll just work our way through as we did the other square, taking down the trees, we'll get the stump grinder, we'll do those. There's one more area after this, and then if this mission moves on to something else, we'll carry on this mission until it's fully done, before moving on to a main mission next. I don't mind having more than one place to pick these up from, just as long as, you know, we have a couple of areas. That's the plan. You can see where we laid the cable here as well. You can see it on the floor over there. I'm trying to move this one. That was quite a heavy one. You get occasionally, you get the trees that move us because they're that heavy. Right, well, we need to go sideways here. The only thing is there are some big trees nearby that aren't part of this, so we can't cut them down. Although I do think the stump grinder potentially takes them out of the way. May need to go on that first area, to be fair. It's for some of the bigger vehicles, the bigger trees, to stump grind them out of the way. But we generally, as we did on the last one, just move around methodically. But yeah, this week is back to normal. We lost yesterday, but we're back in Kingdom Come Deliverance tomorrow, and then RoadCraft today and Thursday, and then another Kingdom Come Deliverance on Friday as well. But yeah, I've kind of got myself out of it, I think. All that worry. The pre-op is on the 5th of March, so hopefully we'll have a few more answers then, in terms of recovery and stuff, because at the minute we don't even know, recovery-wise, what that's going to look like. And I think that's some of the issues, it's all this not knowing. I think that's what doesn't help. But yeah, the weekend definitely helped. My boy's birthday helped, because it kind of gave me the kick up the butt to say, come on. We've dealt with worse, you know, it's one of those things. I think part of me just hopes it works. You know, a 20% reduction in pain is the aim, and that's massive compared to what we have now. So, you know, something is better than nothing at this point. My other half still doesn't think we'll ever return to work. She just doesn't think it's going to be possible. It all depends on how it affects sensitivity as well. Because currently when I wear shoes it feels like it's a massive vice squeezing foot uncontrollably. You know, if that feeling changes because of the implant, which there is a possibility, it could mean we could wear shoes more often and for longer. And that would be a game changer. That's the thing. Yeah, I think there's something going on. We need to get rid of these bigger trees, I think. We kind of need to see them while the square's there, though. So I think maybe we leave one tree not cut down and stump grind everything in the area. Or we do all the other stuff before the last stump, essentially. That tree's in the way. Don't do that, don't do that. There we go. The tree was stopping us getting across to the tree we were trying to cut down. Doesn't like it. Okay. Got it now though. Let me get the positioning right. But yeah, these big trees, it doesn't say to get rid of them. But you can stump grind them, and I think that's probably what we need to do. So with one last stump remaining, kind of get the stump grinder over just to make sure we get rid of everything. So I've kind of got a feeling it's going to, debris will come after this first part, I think. It would make sense because the mission says about clearing the debris, but as I say, it doesn't show up as something to do currently. which makes me think it will happen. It will come in on its own. Maybe. I don't know. Like I say, the bonus awards are the one that I don't quite understand. We've had bonus awards before with the containers full of radioactive stuff, and they degrade when you bash them, drop them, pick them up. Do anything with them, they degrade. So part of me wonders whether, you know, that's a thing. Although it wouldn't make any sense for this mission, but that's normally where you get bonus awards from. And obviously this mission doesn't have that, so why would the bonus awards be on there? That's the only thing. I can't work out what it is. Other than 100% clearing the area properly, but then surely the mission will just give us that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, these big tall trees, the only way of clearing them is with a stump grinder. That may be our go-to, I think, next. Yeah, see, the big ones aren't showing up, so we're going to need the stump grinder. But I think in the first area we didn't do them, and we probably should have done. And now the squares this build, we can still do it. Okay, just drive around. We may just make the area a bit bigger than what it says, but I think maybe that's our best bet here. I like to do things thoroughly and properly, so it's annoying when it doesn't give you everything to do. So these big trees don't show up. I think this, obviously, the crayfish is brilliant, but big tree's too big, essentially. Right, I'm starting to get there though. So only this kind of corner over here to do, obviously stumps, but we'll give the stump grind over. The stump grind, none of this is far away from each other. That's the thing. And this mission is to get stuff prepared for new construction. So as I say, this mission may probably advance for materials needed as well. Obviously the concrete slabs is the issue, because as far as we're concerned, there's no concrete slab making facilities here on this map. So we can buy concrete slabs. It's a little bit of a waste of money, but it may mean we need to scan the map and find out where they all are, because they're probably in different locations and we maybe need to just find them. We've had to do that previously on other maps, so it wouldn't be the first time. Okay, I think we drive forward now, and there's a bit of an opening ahead of us. We'll go there with these ones, make a bit of a pile over here. That's the only thing we need to be careful is when we're stump grinding, is not to obviously hit any of the trees we've cut down, because we'll just get rid of them. And I think we're going to need them in due course for building and stuff. We have got a mission that needs 5 as it is. Yeah, we'll just sit here for a minute, get the trees in this area. I don't mind cutting a few extra ones down if we need to, just because they're in the way. Because if we're going to have to deliver materials here, we kind of want an open area, don't we? That's the thing. Where are we getting there? It's good to be back, to the streaming. You know, when things get on top of you, you kind of think you just need to be on your own. The one constant I've had since the accident is streaming. And just the ability to chat. I said in the channel update, you know, I record videos of just talking, basically, and don't upload them. This tree's too heavy. Come on. Problem is I can't lift it up. And there you go. If falling over actually helps to a degree, what I need to do, if you start processing the tree, it gives you a bit more movement. I don't get why some trees act like that, to be fair. It's only every now and then. They don't look much different to other trees around us. It's like they're just too heavy. Okay, got 2 trees to our left here. Popped up then. You gonna pop up again? There we go. And then we can put this one over here as well. But yeah, it's one of those, like I say, I do record videos of just me talking. Sometimes it's quite therapeutic in a way, just to talk. And I know I'm talking to myself when I don't upload them, but I'll just delete them afterwards after watching them back. And I just find it does help. You kind of sorts your own thoughts out in your head, essentially. Yeah, I think a lot of it's because too much stuff for me is unknown. I like facts. I like to know what's happening, and obviously with the op and everything, there's just too many unknowns for my liking. Right, a few more trees to cut down, then the stump grinder over here, and then we've got one more area to do after this one, and then we'll see what this mission then changes to. I guarantee this will change to something more. I can't see this being the only part of the mission, unless it's a separate mission potentially for building these. That can be the thing, but I would expect this mission just to add more to it. Would be my thinking. We shall see. But yeah, we'll have to see what we do about. May even be we need to not just deliver materials to build here. We have to deliver other things. We've had to deliver pumps before, so maybe something like that may need delivering here. They may even need a road leading to it. You know, we don't quite know how this mission's going to play out. There's still many more roads on this map to build as part of the infrastructure missions, I'm pretty sure. We did look previously. You can see there's quite a few there. Hope I can cut down the tree next to this in a second. Yeah. We'll take that one as well. It's kind of in the same ballpark area. Just easier sometimes to take more than what it says, just so we can see more. And also when we kind of pick these up, it makes our life a little bit easier. I'm looking forward to getting back into Kingdom Come Deliverance tomorrow though. I know I've only streamed it a few times, but that level of realism is actually really enjoyable. Yeah, a few more to do. We've got 3, 4 maybe, 5 potentially. But yeah, I think what we'll do is when we jump in the stun grinder, we'll just have a quick look around the first area. I know the square's not there anymore, but we may be able to just tell a few of the bigger trees and we'll just grind them out. It clears the space properly. I don't like leaving things half done. That's why this mission's a bit weird, the fact it doesn't show up the other stuff that needs removing in the area. Because you'd think the area wouldn't disappear until all the debris is gone as well. But the first one did. That's what makes me think maybe it's going to add on, clear the debris eventually afterwards. I know it says clear the area of objects. It said, well, clear the forested areas. So yeah, maybe it could be clear the debris next time. I'm not sure. There's a few more actually than I thought there still to do, I think. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 left. 4 now. Not liking this one, it's a bit heavy. Doesn't look heavy, does it? But seems to just act like it's really heavy. Come on, give me the green light. There we go. Definitely clearer than it was though. Yeah, that stuff down there makes me think we're going to come back and pick that up, but hopefully it'll actually give us the mission for it. I don't understand why the square disappears though, that's the thing. We'll figure it out. When it was birthday, we went to climbing centre. And we took a friend of him and they climbed basically. on all the different types of walls. Leap of Faith, that kind of stuff. We really enjoyed it. It's made good as well. I have issues though with that kind of stuff because I look at it and go, I used to love doing that kind of stuff, and I just would love to do it again now. So for me, it's kind of bittersweet because I kind of look and go, I'd really love to do that with them, knowing I physically can't. But in my head, I really want to. That's quite hard to kind of deal with as well, to be fair. These things that I should be able to do with them. You see other parents and doing it with their kids. And you know that's never going to happen. Because even if we gain some movement back in the foot and it's less sensitive, the back is still going to be a problem, and the operators have made the back worse. So, we are following physio to try and strengthen the back, but in my mind it's just not working. Okay, last one to chop down, I think, by the looks of things, and then we'll get stump grinder over. I wonder if we need to fill in that hole as well. Seems a bit of a weird hole to have in a construction site. It's one of them, maybe we're going to need to do something with that. Although it's never given us a mission to fill in a hole before, so I doubt it. But it just seems weird to have a hole in the middle of where new construction is going to go. Okay, that's all the trees chopped down. Then we just need a stump grind over here for the stumps, and then we'll go to the final area to clear, and then we'll see what this wants to do next. If this is finished after this, we'll then move to the next main mission as we work our way through them all. Let's move this out of the way. That'll do. So, stump grinder back over here. Now, as I was saying, I kind of feel like we are missing something here in terms of, look at all these big trees in this area. It's not, I can't quite see where the area was though. That's the thing. Do I get down some of these trees just because they're in our way? Although actually I think it tells us off for trying to take these trees down. So let's have a look. Yeah, see, it won't let us. Yeah, you can't actually take down the big trees. So us wanting to be thorough doesn't quite work because the big trees can't be mulched. So we'll have to leave them as is then. Kind of makes you feel like you've only done half a job because you've got those left there, but it doesn't allow us to mulch them. There's not much we can do, is there? That's the thing. Right, so that answers that question for me. We might have looked at that in the last stream, but I forgot. So all this area we could actually get rid of all the stumps here if we wanted to, just to make it easier for ourselves to cut through, but I don't think we really need to at this point. I think that's what adds replayability to the map, so you can go back and you can go and do extra bits that you feel like you want to. You can make every road going, so everything's joined up properly. We generally extend roads. We don't necessarily build ones that aren't necessarily needed. We do extend them. Like this one through here, it wasn't actually designed this way. We added to it essentially. Right, stump grind them, and then one last area to go and cut down trees and get rid of the stumps. And we'll see what this has left for us. So far, so good though. We're using this stump grinder instead of the other one just because this was closer. I do like the other one, the smaller one, but it can be a bit fiddly at times. This is quite an easy one to kind of use, to be fair. But yeah, so the big trees are still in the square we can't do anything with by the looks of things. It won't allow us to. just the stumps to go then. I was hoping to clear the area fully, but I'm assuming they're just going to disappear essentially when the building comes in. Whatever that building is going to be. Do need to get rid of them stumps that are near the piles of logs as well, because otherwise they're going to be in our way when trying to pick up the logs. But we just need to be very careful here because we don't want to damage the logs we've already cut down, because this will get rid of them. Make sure we move before it's fully through essentially, or make sure we're not pressing forward as we get to that point. Yeah, we'll just follow what it says, see what it does. I'm thinking it will give us the debris to clear next, essentially, because the whole overall mission does kind of tell us everything. And then the actual parts you then start doing only give you some of it. And the actual mission itself does state get rid of debris as well. But the actual missions don't say that. So it makes me think it will come afterwards. But yeah, the big trees we can't do anything about. Which is weird, you'd think when it says to you clear the trees, it will clear all trees. But yeah, can't do anything about the big ones. Won't allow it. This one here might be interesting. Obviously, that one cut us off. No, we did it. We don't want to get too close to the big tree in it because it will stop the mulcher, that's the thing, and we don't want that. Yeah, lots of roads to build. You're gonna have to make some steel beams later on for one of the main missions as well. As we need steel beams for that. Collect some wood, find these concrete slabs or buy them. I think we're better off finding them first potentially, and then maybe buying them if we run out. Unless we just, the top left hand corner of the map, the northwest, we haven't fully explored. There is a bit of that still greyed out essentially. So I do wonder, maybe there is a concrete facility here, we just need to unlock it, potentially. We may have to have a little journey up there just to see. But I've got a feeling we're going to be exploring the map looking for concrete slabs. Which are easily identifiable once you go into the map view, to be fair, we will find them. Obviously we've got the mission to get the, I'm assuming it will get the steel pipe facility back up and running. There's a couple of infrastructure missions for pipes that haven't come up as part of our main set of missions yet. Generally all the infrastructure missions will come up as main missions to some degree, whether it's part of a mission or what, they will come up in some way, so it will have to be something we have to deal with. Right, last few, and then this area will be clear. But yeah, I'm curious to what this mission else will entail. Are we delivering materials here to get the building work done, or are we delivering buildings maybe? Containers? As we've had previously, the pumps. Although there's no real water to pump out, so I don't think it'll be pumps, but I just damaged one of the trees we put, the logs we put down. Yeah, I think one of them split. I think it was touching the log we were destroying. The stump, sorry, was just doing. We just lost one of them. We're going to lose every now and then, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to have plenty of logs to use when we need to be fair, just going to need picking up. And the new DLC log forwarder works pretty well. Once you get used to it. There's little nuances in the way it reacts to things. It's nothing too bad. The extra stump we put here, taking out an extra tree, gives us a bit more space for this to build as well. I'm amazed it's not told us to build like an entryway, to be fair. these areas, but then again that may come as well. I'm definitely interested to see what the new DLC in March brings. There is so much scope they can add. We know there's a Wrecking Ball coming, and then the new DLC later on in the year after March's one as well, new map, new vehicles. I think they've got so much scope for what they can add to this. Vehicle modding as well. So described as like SnowRunner, so I'm guessing change of tyres maybe. I don't know what else you can really mod with these kind of vehicles, to be fair. They all have a set job, don't they? So other than tyres, I don't think you're going to be able to change too much. Although, does it mean we can make the Wayfarer more usable by giving it better tyres? There we go, that's that square complete. So, final area to go to, and for that one we've got to go over here. It's the corner plot. Doesn't look to be too much there, to be fair, tree-wise. Although it is up high. I've just realised how high that is. May have to come up this bit here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too much to clear from there, looking at from the map view. We know the map can be deceiving. The map view kind of doesn't show too much. We can just see how much is actually there. But we'll head over there now and see what it does. I'm more interested in seeing what the mission does once that's done, to be fair. What is going to be added or not. Because the debris needs clearing, all the waste stuff that's there. I can't see it just disappearing, that's the thing. That's why I think it will come up as a mission. Right, are we better off going up here, or are we better off going... No, I think we're better off getting to kind of the end of the road over here and coming up this way, aren't we, I think? Looking at that. So follow this road down until we get to the T-junction, and then we'll come up. Yeah, the map doesn't show too much. You can also turn off the rain now in settings. That was something they added in recently. Again, I just think it takes down the realism if you add it, take it to rain. It's got to rain at some point. Yeah. See what happens once this last area is done, what this mission moves to. As I say, if there's nothing new for this mission, the mission just shows it's complete. What we'll do is it's a main mission next, essentially. So I think the next main mission is potentially leaving lots of resources. So it's quite a tall slope on the left. We're going to try and go up at the end point over here. We just need to pick the least part of the slope. I think that is the best doable bit is here. I'm curious to see whether we're going to be able to get the mulcher up here that easily, to be fair. It may have to come from our garage nearby, because our garage is at the top of the hill, so maybe we have to come from that angle potentially. We won't really know until we try. Right, how many trees have we got? Like I say, the map doesn't show very much here. Doesn't mean it's deceiving though. There's a few stumps already here as well, to be fair. Yeah, there's a few stumps. It's all going to be at an angle, that's the only thing, so we've got to be a bit careful not to tip over. And these are going to roll, aren't they? Roll these stumps. So at an angle just to try and reduce the roll a little bit, really. Oh, it seems to work. But yeah, there's a few stumps already here that we haven't done yet. Added on to what we need to do. I don't want to go too far from where we are, because we can put potentially some of these in one pile. As much as we can, anyway. Yeah, I'm not too sure how we earn the bonus for this yet. That will hopefully show us what we need to do for the bonus shortly. yeah, I'm hoping the kick up the backside, kind of give myself, will also help us with the episode stuff. It's falling asleep is the problem. I don't know how else to solve that. I don't want to. Some people it's just drinking energy drinks. Now I don't want to live off energy drinks just so we can actually be more productive in the afternoon. It's not very good for you. The amount of sugar in them would be really bad, considering we are trying to drop some of the weight before the op that is put on due to inability to do much exercise. I just want to go to the gym again. It's weird, I had a job before the accident. I've walked 15, 18 miles a day. From that to next to no miles a day is difficult. Right, all these stumps are already done, so we don't need to cut any of these down. Tree wise, what have we got? There's one over here. So I might just drive straight forward, to be fair. There's one near the border over there as well. Look at that tree. It's not one we can cut down anyway. I'll start a pile over here. And there's one just here as well. It's always nice when you can do trees and not have to move yourself very much to do them. Let's speed up a little bit. Bear me a second, I've just got a reminder for something which I'm surprised I've not done. So it's just a notification on the bank. I just need to double check something quickly. I hate when you get messed things like that come through and you're like, does that need doing? What is it? Especially when it's your bank. Although it's been really slow. Right, there's the next trees. Is that all the trees done? It does look like that is all the trees done in this area. I think it might be, to be fair. That's weird. Okay, that's fine. I can't deal with it now. I hate notifications on the bank though. You then think, oh, do I need to deal with that? Right, I'm just going to drive around the area. I think that's all the trees that we need to do here done. I think the rest are stumps. There's a lot more stumps here than we've had in any of the other areas pre us coming here and doing trees. But I think the rest is stumps. Looking at that, yeah, I think it's all stumps. Right, we're just going to stop over here with this. Okay, stump grinder. We'll drive it from over here across. So we need to head back to the road, follow it round, and we'll go up this point. Same area we came up just now, we'll do the same again, I think. But if I can cut through here to get that a bit easier, to be fair. Lots of stumps to clear in this one. Less trees to cut down, but more stumps. I don't know who's already been up there cutting trees down before we got there, but someone has. Because this should lead us to the road. Effectively. Although, it's a bit hard to manoeuvre with these big tall trees. I think there's a road there. Yeah, we're kind of going through here. We need to head more left. We can see the road, in fact, to the left there. So we'll do the same. T-junction, then we'll head up the hill. It's whether the tracks on this are enough to get up there or not. that's going to be our only issue. We shall see. It should have enough power. Otherwise, we'll have to go back to garage and come down from there, because it is above where we're doing this. There's a bit of a little divot there. There we go. Tracks are really good in all conditions, but little divots and holes and mounds, it can pose problems. This needs to be cleaned badly. Look at all that mud that's on it. Definitely needs a clean. It just finished raining. This wasn't out in the open though. If it was in the open, you'd see it actually clean. I don't know which one out of the two mulches that I prefer, to be fair. This one's really good. It doesn't struggle as much as the smaller one does. The smaller one struggles when it comes to height and hills. In terms of you have to try and get the up and down bit of the mulcher itself kind of sorted to actually get some of the things, some of the stumps. Whereas this one, you don't really need that because it stays at one height, so it's easier to kind of manoeuvre and get some awkward stumps. They're both properties that are good and bad, I suppose. It made up the hill. I wasn't a bit concerned it wouldn't, but it did. Let's get rid of some of these stumps. Come on, too easy for that gap. Knock the tree down in the process. Right, lots of stumps. So we're going to start on one side and work our way through essentially. Let's get rid of some of these ones. These ones couldn't be cut down, but they can be knocked down. They will just disappear. I know it gets rid of the realism when you knock a tree down, it just disappears, but I suppose you can't do everything. Right, left hand side. Yeah, I think with the undulating terrain here, I think we'd have issues with the other mulcher for some of these, just because the angle of it's going to be awkward, whereas this doesn't have that. I think this is maybe a bit slower though. I think that's one of the downsides to this one. It's not much of a downside, I know, but it's probably the only real issue we have with this one. Okay, filling that. Lots and lots of stumps. I don't know why the sound sometimes cuts out. If it's engine sound or the mulching sound, sometimes it disappears. But yeah, if you raise yourself, what are you looking forward to seeing in the updates? Obviously we know about the wrecking ball. Other than that, we don't know too much else. Every DLC map so far though has a different point to it. You know, the first one was the waste chemicals and how the bonus rewards if they're not fully damaged. Although we've yet to deliver one that isn't fully damaged, to be fair, ever. But that's what. And this one added no bridges, so this is more bridge. This map was more for the bridge layers because you can't actually build normal bridges. So it'd be interesting to see what they add. Obviously the wrecking ball kind of says destruction of buildings more than anything else. Obviously not going to use it on trees. There will be more buildings, I would have said. It'd be interesting to see how they incorporate that. It's more how the debris works with that, I think, is really more the interesting thing. You know, we're going to have to pick up... the actual mulch will cut out. You know, we're going to have to pick up the debris and we're just going to fall into certain bits when we actually... It's because of small trees, it's not letting us mulch them. We can just knock them down though. But yeah, would it break up into pieces, or would it break up into nothing? That's the thing we don't really know with the wrecking ball. It'll be interesting to see how that kind of transpires. We don't want it to be a case of it kind of materials disappear once you knock it down. I think for the realism aspect, you kind of need it to do more than that. Okay, so I was wrong. I thought this would add new missions to this one. To actually, now I've cleared these areas for building work, I thought this would give us more to do. You know, get rid of the debris. I don't think we got the bonus rewards for that mission though either. If we go to there, yeah, mission completed. Clear files today as removed. Sure, it doesn't give us any bonuses. I wonder if because we didn't clear the debris, although it never told us specifically to do that, I wonder if that's why we didn't get the bonus rewards. But we weren't sure what was doing with that because it didn't tell us. There we go. Okay, we're going to provide resources now for this one. So restarting steel pipe production means fixing the core equipment at the repair shop. To support the maintenance effort, you'll need to collect all sorts of resources: logs, steel beams, concrete slabs, you name it. So we need 5. We've already built the road. The road was done a while back when we did the expansion around here. Concrete slabs, we need to find where they are. Wood, easy. We need to go and take metal steel beams and make steel beams out of them. We have none in storage. So 5 logs is our starting point. So for that, we might as well pick them up from where we are already now and take them either to our base to drop them off, and then we can take them from over here, or we drive them all the way. The drive isn't too bad from where we are, I don't think, looking at this, because we connected all the roads up. The drive wouldn't be too bad. We have piles of logs here anyway. How many have we got on board currently? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we need 1 more log then, essentially, in this vehicle, and then we can go and deliver them. So let's just change the camera. Let's unstrap cargo. Is one falling out? I think one has just fallen out, hasn't it? No, we've got 4 still. So we just need to pick up 1 essentially. We could pick up more than that, but I think it's just easier to just take the one we need, I think. So let's pick up the one we need here. So we'll take the one we need, and that's the 5 logs then done. The big thing I think is find the concrete slabs more than anything else. That's going to be the hard thing I think with this. Yeah. There we go. As we said before, we've struggled with these grabbers on a lot of these machines for picking up logs. So I don't know why I struggle so much with it, but I seem to really struggle. But this one does make it a bit easier once you get used to its nuances. Why is it doing that? Might be it's too heavy, maybe. Right. There we go. So we only need 1, and we could pick up more, but I think we might as well just take what we need. There we go. Can't fold crane because of the logs are in the way essentially, but that's the 5 logs we need now on board. So we might as well drive those to the location for drop off from where we are now. So we need to come out onto this road here, and then follow the road up, power station, across this way, round the mountain, and then onto this road here. So yes, north of where we are now, and power station, follow that road round the mountain. Seems simple enough. This isn't the fastest vehicle in the world, but I think it'll be fine. The only downside is the view, obviously, on this. It's awkward. You can go inside, though, to be fair. I don't know if that's a better view or not, to be honest. We're going to be on the road anyway in a minute, so we might as well go inside for a little bit. We don't tend to use the inside view very much, mainly because I find you can't really see what's going on around you as easily, especially at the back of a vehicle. But on the roads it should be fine. It's not a view I use much in any games. If in racing games, I'm not a massive fan of cockpit view. I like to see what's around us more. I think that's more my thinking. More my thing is I like to be able to see what's going on around us. And obviously, when you're in cab view, you are restricted to what is able to be viewed, essentially. Like trying to do trees, chop trees down like this would be a nightmare because your view is so obscured. But sometimes just driving, it's not so bad. It makes a nice change, and the rain's coming down as well. These are the little details you see inside the vehicle. You don't notice unless you actually go into them, though. The windscreen wiper moving nicely. There's not much actually in this cab, to be fair. But again, it's the corners and stuff like this. I just want to make sure we're okay. Definitely need to take that at a different angle. Once this gets going, it has got a little bit of speed. It's just getting it going in the first place, and it does really go nicely. At least it's cleaning some of our vehicles off the rain as well. Because there's no way of manually cleaning vehicles. The rain does help massively with that. There's so many things I think RoadCraft does really well, detail-wise and you know, realism-wise. So I'm excited for the future of the game, especially that we know they're adding more this year. March is obviously the first update of this year that's going to be major. DLC-wise, map-wise, vehicle-wise. It'll be interesting what they come up with in the future as well. There must be a long-term plan, you would have thought. I was reading this morning, after March's update, there is more to come, including modded vehicles. So, or the ability to mod your vehicles, which I'm only guessing is it's going to only be really with tyres, engine size maybe. A lot of these machines have a specific use, so you're not going to be able to change them too drastically, I would have said. But then you never know. Wait and see what happens. We're getting them over these, and then after this one we'll go and do the beams. We'll leave the slabs till last because we need to work out where they are. Say we could just go and buy them from the shop, but I kind of don't like buying things. I'd rather if we can find them or make them, we'll do that over buying where possible. They'll be laying around somewhere. We just need to find the locations and go and pick them up. Completely different kettle of fish when you're actually driving on the road you built. See all the undulations and the minor errors that you've made while doing the road. It's quite interesting, to be fair. You think you've done a good job until you're actually driving it like this and you actually see it all. It does serve a purpose, to be fair. That's the thing also sometimes with doing the roads and the way we do them, connecting different places. The build the road part for this mission is already complete because we did it as part of this road build, this building of this road. We just connected it up so we did it anyway. It's quite always nice to do these things before it asks you to. Same as the power cable sometimes. We do the extra ones on the way to something else for a mission, and then that ends up being a mission they've already done. It saves a bit of time in the long run. Right, we are nearly there. We just need to find the specific bit we need to go to. I don't think we need to actually unload them. Then we just need to sit in the zone, I think. We'll just see in a second. Okay. We are here. But it does have it's not taking too long to get with this, to be fair. I'm pretty impressed by its speed. We don't drive it that far generally, so it's quite nice to see the speed. Okay, as I said, I don't know. Okay, we just need to be in the zone with them, so we'll leave those on board for the time being. So next we need the steel beams. Now for those we're going to need to make them. Steel beam mill is over here, or facility, sorry. None in stock. So where's our best place to go for metal then? Because we have cleared quite a lot of metal in the nearby area. That's the thing. There's a little bit over here. Not much though by the warehouse. Logistics terminal. A fair amount of logistics terminal. It's a bit of a drive though, that's the only thing. I don't think they're going to have much nearby, that's my only concern. There's a bit over here. Did we take the bridge away? We did take the bridge away, so we can't get into there now. Over here. There's a fair amount of actually metal in here by the looks of things. And the logistics terminal. So if we jump into... I don't think any other vehicles are there, are they? Where's the mule? Let's find out where vehicles are now, because it may be we just pick up from where they are and then make the drive. To be fair. Where are you? Scout mule. Where are you? Okay, so you're the backup pump here. It's just that the steel mill's miles away, that's the only thing. And yes, there's roads leading to it now, but it's still a case of still getting stuff. So that's another mission pick up. That's for picking up that. I'm just curious to see if there's lots of metal there in the repair shop, and there is the mission for picking up all this debris, the radioactive stuff. That's a separate mission. And we have got a truck there to use for that, so we don't really want to move that. Trailblazer, where are you? You're here. Obviously, we need to get down out of there. And again, I'm just trying to see. So, is there a concrete plant over here is my only question. Because that's something we do need to look at. There's a tunnel there. So where does that road there lead? Because if there's a concrete plant, it means the concrete is not around, we can make it. Or recycle it, essentially. Where are you? So you're all the way over here, to be fair. That's even further away from where you want to be. I think we can move the Voron over here to this base, and then we can pick up metal. There's a bit nearby here. There's a load of metal at the logistics terminal, so I think we head there first and foremost. We'll recall the Voron to the Highland base. I think that'd be our best bet. So let's recall the Voron. So many vehicles now, it takes forever to find them things. Come on, where are you? There's the Voron. So we retained the Voron. We could have used the rusty version, to be fair. But, right, there is still some metal here we can pick up. Obviously, we need as much metal as we can get at this point. At least 5 that we need. I don't think I need that. That'll be fair. Well, there we go. I don't want to waste any metal in any location. If we're already there, we might as well pick up what we can in that location. Any more metal here? No, that's all of it there. There's something there. And there's a few bits over here and there as we leave. So there is something over here to pick up. I don't think something big though. We only need 5 beams. 5 beams isn't very many, that's the thing. 5 beams doesn't take long to make. What was showing up here as metal? As the drum. The drum over there behind there. Again, it's not the biggest thing, but we might as well clear everything. If we know we've cleared the whole area of metal, it just means we don't have to come back and do any metal from here in the future. Okay, there's some more on the way out from what we saw. There's some more in the middle here as well. Although I think it's one. No, two. So the blue containers are water containers. Obviously nothing we can do with them in game. The metal we need. Someone's high vis on there. Some of the little details you don't notice originally, and then when you get a bit closer, it's like, oh yeah. That's that. We're doing a bit more car mechanic on a little boy, rebuilding cars so we can then test them, and he's really enjoying the drag racing. He's really good at it. His reaction time is immense compared to mine, especially. My reaction time is rubbish compared to his. Right, a couple more barrels over here. Right, 3 more to pick up. And I think that's all the metal from this garage out the way then. So we know in future we can't get any more metal from here. I'll give it the one I want, there you go. The drums all add up. It's not going to give us a massive amount of metal, but it'll be a decent amount for what we need. That one. Okay, just double check there's no more metal here. Yeah, I think we kind of we've cleared it all from here now. So we're going to head down the hill and head to the logistics terminal over here. There's more metal over there to pick up. So 5 beams doesn't sound like many, and I don't think we need a massive amount. But the sod's law, we get there and it'll be like a little tiny bit short, and there's no metal nearby. That's the problem. We know it's going to happen. It always does. Luckily, we don't have to go too far. And it's an easy journey. Got to drop this off, to be fair, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right, what do we got? Bigger metal is obviously better, but obviously harder to carry because I've already got a load of drums in place already. There's quite a bit here though. So we'll put as much in the back as we can do as much as we can grab. Again, if we don't need to move the crane too much, that's always a bonus as well. These are the ones I want. Come on. There we go. I think it may just be a pile of drums in the end we end up taking over there by the looks of things. Lucky that stayed in, to be fair. I don't need to move the camera as much, to be fair. I could probably move it a bit too much for what we're doing. I just need one view, really. There's more space in the back. The small blue containers are basically water butts, aren't they, essentially? You can't do anything with them, you can't sell them or anything. They're just there. Do we think a massive load of these is going to be enough for the 5 we need? That's the question. And then we've got a choice: we either drop them off the mountain base or we drive them to the location we need them. That's kind of the only other consideration we need to make, really. I don't think driving them is too bad. Wrong one. Give me the one I want. There we go. Yeah, I think maybe we just drive the steel beams over. Well, because otherwise we'll unload them twice, aren't we? I think it's a bit of a waste of time unloading them twice. So we're going to unload to drop them off. Oh no, we'll have to load them twice. So we may as well just keep them on board and just drive, to be fair. The amount of time it takes to get them from the garage and load back up, we could drive there quite quickly. Yeah, I think we'll just drive the beam straight there from the beam facility once we make them. Come on, give me the one I want. There we go. I want to try and get as many in this as possible, I think. Just so we do get 5 and not miss out by like 1 beam or half, essentially. So we've got 2 more barrels over here to do. And then it's a case of, can we get any more in without them falling out? That's the other thing. Or do we just need to go from here from now? Missed it. There we go. I think we can still get a few more in here. Couple over to this middle bit over here. Yeah, we definitely get a few more in here yet. I don't know why I've got that on, to be fair. Didn't mean to strap cargo, it's not what I wanted that. These aren't very heavy, but it tends to still need anchors on a lot of the time to pick these up. You wouldn't think they'd be that heavy, but for some reason we need anchors on. Is that getting caught on the side, or isn't it? There we go. Yeah, we still need anchors on to pick these up, otherwise you do start moving towards the barrels. Despite not thinking they'll weigh very much. I suppose we may actually be at our limit weight-wise shortly, actually, with this. Can I stay? Yeah. Because that is a lot of barrels. And knowing how much they move the truck, sometimes was going to fall off the back. That's annoying. The one we just picked up is just falling off the back. Yeah, I think maybe this is the load we take. See how close we are to that 5. Because they are going to start rolling off. That would just be a lot of faffing around. Not careful. Right, we'll pick up the one that roll off, and I think we'll call that a load, and then we'll head over, see how much we're short. If we are, hopefully we're not. And you're going to give me the one I want. There we go. Hopefully we're not short, and it will just give us a 5, and we'll drive them to where they need to go next. And then it's a case of finding these slabs, where either find the building to make them, or find them loose on the map. Got a feeling they're going to be loose on the map. Stay. Thank you. Right, cargo strapped, folded crane, cameras, anchors, So it's a fairly straightforward journey to get these to the steel beam facility. We are going to need more metal once we've got the pipe facility back up and running. There is some pipes to replace as well, so we are going to need more metal anyway. But I'm hoping there's some nearby the steel beam facility once it's back up and running. And this mission is part of that, getting that up and running. That's what all these materials are for, to repair shop, essentially, to actually help repair stuff for the steel pipe facility. So it means we'll probably have to pick stuff up from the repair shop and deliver it to... No! Okay. Don't do it. I've got a small problem. Went off the edge and that's nearly messed us up there. We need a big crane very quickly to pick us up. I can't believe we did that. That's already out and about. Let's just take... I'll take the rusty zilks, I think. It doesn't matter which one we use, we just need to go and rescue it before we lose the whole load. I don't know if I can pick it up if it falls off that bridge. I don't think we can pick it up, it might be too far down. But yeah, just got caught on the edge and went too far to the right hand side on the bridge. That's because we can't build proper bridges on this map. We only lay bridges. And you've got to get that angle right when approaching them, or things like that happen. Chatting away and just not looking at what I was doing properly. Thought we had enough room, and obviously not. Hoping it's not fallen. The first time we've done that though on that bridge, we've been up and over that bridge quite a few times and never had an issue. That was the first time we've actually done that to ourselves. Which I'm surprised by, to be fair, knowing my driving. Okay, we just need to pick the vehicle up and position it. Come on. There we go. We are full of metal and obviously it's a lot of weight. Can't pick it up anymore. It's because we're fully extended. There we go. Right, let's bring it to the side. I need to put it on the bridge, all wheels in the right place, otherwise it's going to happen again and we don't want that. There we go. I think that's okay. Yeah. It's fine. Alright, we'll swap vehicle. Let's make sure we actually get over the bridge in one piece this time. To be fair, it's not that deep down there. If we had fallen, we probably could have rescued ourselves. It's always better not to have to rescue yourself, isn't it, really? That's the thing. Right, steel beam facility. That's where I was heading, to that minor mistake. And then we've hopefully got up here for 5. I think the metal that's already in there was enough for nearly 1. So, hopefully, we should really make this a full road here. We put the sand down previously just because we had to get stuff round here. We never made it a full road. But it's away from everything else at the minute. So, we could do making this a full road at some point. It's not particularly needed now. It would be handy. If we have to do a convoy, it probably would be needed. That's the thing. Curious to these concrete slabs. I keep seeing things thinking, oh, is that concrete slab that we can pick up? Because they are going to be around somewhere. If there's no concrete slab facility, there will be concrete slabs all over the place. Okay, so to get in there, picking them up and delivering them. We need 5 in total. 5 is essentially a full load as well. The weight of that in a Voron or the mule is essentially a full load. I've done more than 5 before, but it does really slow you down. It depends whether they're all close together or not as well. That's the other issue. If we find that all the slabs are in one place, that'd be amazing, but I doubt it's going to happen. I think we're going to be going to several different places to pick them up if we can't make them. But we just need to have a proper look at the northwest of the map to see if there is a concrete making facility there. I've got a feeling there won't be, on the basis that I've not seen much concrete to recycle. And if there's no concrete to recycle, that generally tells me we're not going to be recycling anything, which means we need to find them or buy them. And I'm kind of loath to buy slabs if we don't have to. It would be quicker, admittedly, but would like to try and avoid doing that if we can. But we may not have a choice. We may have to buy them. We shall see. So let's get these here. I'm hoping this is enough for 5 beams. That is our hope. And is it enough is the question. Right, unstrap. Let's have a look. Yes! Plenty. That's 7. We only need 5. So we'll I think we just take the 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's all we need for the time being. Because we're not actually going to take them to a garage, we're going to deliver them directly. 5 will be fine. Right, let's get the 5 loaded up. Although one of my anchors is in the wrong place. There you go. So again, these don't need to be perfectly loaded. We don't have to make smooth lines or anything. They just need to be on board. 5 isn't too many in terms of weight-wise. So as long as they're in and we can strap them, they'll be absolutely fine. I say that, but actually they're going in quite nicely anyway. So we're going to have a little bit of a drive to go and take these to the repair shop from where we are now. But it just saves us dropping these off, picking them back up, and then delivering them. Because we could send them to put them in the garage storage and then take them out from the closer garage. It's just constantly picking up and taking out. It seems a bit silly when we can just drive there. And as we've got a lot of the road infrastructure in place already, although there's more to do, most of it is done in terms of where we've been so far. So we've got that to rely on in terms of getting us to where we want to go. So there shouldn't be any sticky moments of getting stuck anywhere, essentially. Because the repair shop is all linked now to everything else through all the infrastructure we've done so far. Should be a nice simple journey in theory. We shall see. So let's get out of here first, then we'll have a look on the map and just see where we need to go. Didn't quite make the corner as I wanted that. Before we leave here, actually, I've just had a thought. Before we leave, is there any loose concrete slabs here? Save us having to come back if there is any. So we're just looking for concrete, which would be a grey. So we can see the blue is metal, yellow is things that can be sold. We're looking for grey, and the grey can look similar to the metal at times. And you'll notice there's not much concrete, or there's not any concrete showing up anywhere, which tells me we can't recycle concrete. If we can't recycle, it means we can't make. And if we can't make, we either need to buy or find. That's all blue, same as there. Blue. So there's quite a lot of metal still round here. If we do need more steel beams, to be fair. That's all blue as well. If it's all blue, brilliant. It just means we don't have to come back and search here. I don't think there's any concrete here. Looking at that. Just double check over here for a second. Weight wise, I'm not too sure if there is any, how it would be on the back of us. Lots of metal here when we need to recycle more. But yeah, I'm not seeing any concrete slabs. Definitely not seeing them. Okay, so from here we need to have a look at our road system. Forest base is here, repair shop here. So what we need to do is use this road over here. And the road will be built through here. So we come out of here, turn right and head this way over this bridge here, and that takes us to there. Is there any concrete slabs over here? Ah, there is concrete to recycle there, interestingly. That's the first bit of concrete we've seen that can be recycled or sold. But lots of tyres can be sold there. Does that mean then there is a concrete facility? Oh no, look, there's some there. No, that's actually not slabs, that's concrete again. I've got to fit. Is there a concrete facility here then? We've just not found it. There's a road going through there, although that looks like a lot of trees. Is there a concrete facility over here and we've just not been to it yet? That's my thinking. Maybe there is. It's the first time we've seen that there's concrete around to recycle. Just make me then doubt. Make me think that maybe there is a facility. We just haven't discovered it. Although most of the map is there now. It's something we've not found at this late stage. I'll be very surprised. Bar that northwest corner. We have explored most things. Thanks for the like, but much appreciated. So we may have to send a scout up just to see. I'd rather see if we can find a concrete facility. Otherwise we have got to search the map for any loose slabs, and if we can't find any, we're buying slabs. They're not expensive, to be fair. We could save a massive amount of time by just buying them, but I'd rather check the resources that are on the map first before we buy. If they're not on the map, we'll just buy them. It's not the end of the world, but nothing worse than buying them and then finding some randomly. Oh, really should have used those up first. But then, you know, most builders, they buy the materials, don't they? That's the other side of it. So it is still realistic having to buy them. Alright, we come through here. We want to take... Just trying to see which way I want to go here. That road there we're trying to link to. So... there's a bit of a pit there, isn't it? Then we need to go round then. Up here. This way. So... yeah, left, right, follow it round. We haven't been this way for such a long time because most of our stuff's been concentrated more on the other side. I think we're going through there, aren't we? Can we not get through this way? It's that hole there that's the concern, isn't it? And that track kind of stops there. Yeah, I think we're heading right. The water does put me off immediately, but we are in the Voron. It can handle just about most terrain. We very rarely get stuck in the Voron vehicles, or the mule, to be fair. So we should be okay. But yeah, we've been concentrating more on the more western side of the map. We've not really been over this side very much recently. There's been a lot more to do with the swamps and stuff. We haven't been this way for a very long time. Okay. There's a bit of a drop there, to be fair. We are going this way, aren't we? Yeah. It's a bit of a detour to avoid that. I probably should have just hopped over here, to be fair. I would have done the same thing, more than likely. Could have avoided a lot of this, I think. How deep is that water is the other question. Go to the left hand side. Yeah, we probably should have just skirted around the edge of that hole. At some point we may need to fill that in. We can fill it in with sand, to be fair, make a land bridge that way. But yeah, if we have to move more stuff from the steel beam facility over here, we need to probably sort that out a bit more. Just something we've not had to do much of. That's the only thing. That hole there, that was the concern. You can see we put sand down here before to get through the water area. But yeah, that may need something dealing with later on, if we still need to keep coming back and forth this way. Currently though, it's just one load. Yeah, we probably could have skirted the trees there, to be fair. Okay, so this should take us to a bridge, and then we should be getting close to our road network over that side. Let's double check. Yeah, we get across this bridge here, and then we're on by the forest base, and it's a straight shot from there onto our road system. So it's nice and simple. There's the bridge. And then we're nearly there. Then it's finding these slabs. Or buying them. One of the two. I do like speed and ease, but I want to use up materials around us. So it's just one of those, I don't know which way to do it. Use up the materials we can find, or buy them, and then it's done. And then after this main mission complete, unless it adds more to this, and it may add more to this mission. Once we're done, we'll do the next side mission, and then back to main missions. We do one at a time from each. Then we started down about 58% complete on the map, so hopefully we can get that moving in the right direction today. So I'll take a left-hand turn at this junction. We've hit our road network through the swamps. Rain's here to clean off the vehicles once again, always good to see. I know people complain about the rain in this and that it's too much of it. I actually like it. Because there's no real night cycle, it kind of makes everything a bit darker. Okay, that is these delivered as well. We'll just unstrap. We won't need to actually take them out unless we want to use the vehicle. We just need to be in the zone. There you go. So, concrete slabs. We're going to have a quick scan of different areas, see if we can find these to pick up. And as like I say, if we can't, we'll have to buy them and then bring them here, which won't be too much of an issue. The only other thing is to look in that the top side to see if they're there. There's definitely none there, is there? Oil rig. Haven't really been over here, to be fair. The oil rig. Lots of metal that can be recycled. We are going to need to do steel beams at some point. It's not steel beams, steel pipes. Nothing else showing up there, is that? No. I'm guessing there'll be a mission for that oil rig at some point. Over here, we can see lots of metal. No grey. Grey is what we're looking for. That will tell us where they are. My only thinking is maybe there is a facility north of the oil treatment, but it is only a guess. We've actually seen some concrete that can now be recycled for the first time, so there is potential. We need what's going to do that bridge there, don't we? There's concrete there, but they're not the slabs. That's concrete to be recycled. I do wonder whether, because this bit isn't open, all that's oil treatment's there. Would it be a concrete facility there? Probably not, looking at it. But yeah, if there's some to recycle, that tells me potentially there is a facility somewhere. We just haven't seen it yet. Which the only bit we've not seen is that north of here. And there is a road going north there. Maybe we do need to quickly go and scout that out. Steel pipes is there. Lots of metal, lots of stuff to be sold. But again, no steel beams that we can see. There isn't much steel beams, I mean concrete slabs. There isn't much concrete on the map that can be recycled either. It's a very small amount from what we've seen so far. So this is where we could buy and sell it. I've got a feeling we're buying them. There's some more concrete there can be recycled. It's only a small amount. It's not much at all. Which is what makes me think maybe we just buy it. Okay. We're going to do one quick exploration, I think. We do need to put a bridge in here at some point. I'm assuming there'll be something over here to do. We will need a bridge there at some point in the future. It's definitely not on there, though, is it? I'm now doubting whether it's maybe over there. I don't think it will be. This is all oil based, so I don't think it is. So what we'll do, we need to scout vehicles there. We just want to follow this road north and just see if anything else shows up over this northern side. I've got a feeling it's not there. The only bit That and this bit here is the only bit of the map we haven't really explored. There is a road here. There's a road there. What vehicles have we got here? Not really any decent ones. There is a road leading this way. We don't know what's there or where that leads to. Is there any roads that come out over here? There's no road. There's no. Oh, there's a road there. The only thing I can think is it connects there to there. Potentially. Is there something here? You know what? Let's quickly go and check that out. That looks interesting. As we've said, we've just seen a bit more concrete that can be recycled. It's not a massive amount, but I wonder whether we do have a concrete facility here. If we hadn't seen any to recycle, I would have said there's no concrete facility. Don't worry about the standard for that's fine. But because we can find some to recycle, I'm wondering whether there is something. We still don't have to use it, admittedly. We could just buy them. But I don't like the map also not being fully explored. I've got a feeling this links round. That's the thing. I think the best vehicle to use for exploring either, to be fair. That's what scouts are generally for. But I haven't got too far to go. I just want to see if there is anything here. It does look like it's just all forest, to be fair. I like a bit of the mud. Okay. So, there is something here. I think it's a quarry. Looking at it, to be fair. Yeah, sand quarry just to our left. Not a concrete facility, is it? Just sand. No concrete slabs that we can see either. I think we're buying them. The dead end, or does it come out? I think it comes out. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're buying the slabs. I say, isn't the end of the world? We can afford to do it. It's just, I'll be surprised if there's a mission where you can't earn them in some way. That's the only thing that surprises me. You'd think anything that requires materials, you'd think you'd be able to actually do. But yeah, this road leads fully round now to here. I suppose we should really finish off so we can actually see the road properly. We found the quarry at least. I don't even think it's an official quarry, I just think it's there and we can use the sand. We put our scalper there. There we go, this leads down to there. There we go. So yeah, nothing there. We kind of thought it wasn't going to be. I just want to head north from here then. I can't see anything being there, to be fair, but you just never know, do you? I'd rather check it out and then go and then know for sure. So we'll jump in the scout vehicle here. We haven't got too far to quickly go and check, to be fair. There's definitely not a concrete facility there, is there? No, I think we'll need a convoy out there at some point. A yellow door on a building says convoy start finish point. So we will need to put a temporary bridge in due course. There will be a mission for that, I'm sure, at some point to do. If we head out here and just take the right hand side turn, we should hopefully have a look and see. Yeah, come out of here, down here, and go to the end turn. It wants us to build a road there. I've just noticed there's a road system that he's building. Could that be a concrete plant then, where the road system is? Or it could just be a tunnel out of the map, maybe. But there is a road infrastructure mission showing up there that needs doing. Let's go and see why. Lots of water. Lots of water. Lots of swampy water again. Don't go too deep into the water, we can avoid it. How deep is this water? I'll find out. Don't drown. I think we're going to drown. No, we're okay. As long as the engine comes out again, you're fine. You can drive through it. Power cable. Power pole. Power cable? I didn't mean power cable. Is there something here? This road goes a long way. There's nothing at the end of this. That'd be annoying. But then why would he want you to build a road? I think we'll still probably end up buying the slabs. There's not very much concrete to recycle. So I still think we need to buy the slabs. But I just want to know what's here now. This is one hell of a road he wants us to build though. That is long. Right, I'm just going to try and go up the edge here. Only because I didn't want to drown in the water there. Right, what do we got? There's something here. That's the road he wants us to build. What is this? A railway station. Oh look, concrete slabs. We were just saying about finding concrete slabs. They're there. I don't know how many. I'll have a proper look in a second. It's a railway station. So I'm assuming there's more of this. We'll have to get this back to some sort of working order in due course. There is one hell of a road to build there though. That is a big old road. This is all swamp it seems. But yeah, wasn't expecting a railway station to be fair. There's metal that we recycle. Lots of sellables. We need 5. I don't. Is it worth coming all this way for a couple of those? Probably not. Let's just go and see how many there is though. Yeah, that road's going to be doing it at some point. Even this late in the game and on the maps we've been on a little while now, I love the fact you can still be surprised. There we go, get the mobile crane out of the flooded valley. It's a new mission just popped up. Let's have a quick look at the new mission. Mobile crane out the flooded valley. There's a mobile crane in a flooded valley north of here. We need to drive it out. Pipeline was under construction in Mountain Valley north of the oil treatment facility when the flood shut everything down. A tracked mobile crane, a vital piece of equipment stuck in the terrain. Get in the crane and drive it out of the valley. What's the bonus award for? We've had this a few times now, bonus awards, but it doesn't actually tell you what the bonus is for, weirdly. So there's a valley there, we're going to have to drive out of there. We'll get to that in due course. There's 3 concrete slabs there. That's 3 of them. We need 5 in total. I've got a feeling there's no more. Well, there must be more, but I don't know where they are. And it's a long way from where we need them. I think we just go and buy the slabs. Job done that way. Saves us a little bit of time. I think that's the best option. We found 3. It's not to say there isn't going to be another mission that needs more concrete slabs, and then we can use those 3 potentially. For the time being, for this mission, I think we go and buy the ones we need. At least then it's job done. So, we need a vehicle to go and pick them up. What have we got over here? That would be a no and a no and a no. Okay. I'm guessing there's none by the shop, is there? No. Some sellables. Oh, we already looked, there's concrete to recycle there. I'm surprised there's concrete to recycle though. That's the only thing. We need to pick a vehicle. Now, I think the Trailblazer was up the mountain, it was. So what we'll do, we'll recall the Trailblazer to the tunnel exit base, and then we'll go and buy what we need, and then we'll go and deliver it. No. Trailblazer not pop up on this menu, it doesn't, does it? Oh, it does there. There we go. Right, let's go and buy what we need. Like I say, we can spend ages looking around trying to find them. I think it's just easier. We go and buy them, deliver them, job done. And then we may need more later on. And once we've made that road, the railway station, grabbing them 3 won't be a problem. but I don't want to build the road now when we can quickly finish this mission as it stands. That road will need doing and we will build it. I just think at the minute we might as well just do with the mission we're doing. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more to do with that railway station, I reckon, in the future. So we're 58% started on the map when we started today. Sounds like a decent amount, but I've got a feeling there's lots more we haven't seen yet. Okay, these are all our bridges that gets across to here. Buying 5, it's not expensive. We've got the money. The only thing we buy now is vehicles, and we own it. One of every vehicle, bar one or two really tiny ones. I haven't really had a use yet. And I still don't think we'll ever use them. But we own just about every vehicle, at least once, if not more than once for some of them. So, spending some money on buying a few materials isn't the end of the world for us. Right, let's have a look. Concrete slabs, 1,500 each. We need 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't know you could actually buy service tokens. I didn't know that. We don't really use them, to be fair, other than opening up the odd quarry now and then. But I certainly didn't know you could buy them. Right, let's go and pick up our slabs. Here they all are. So we just need to load these on the back. And then we can head off and deliver. And then this mission is complete, and then we'll see what it's added. Because as I say, this mission may not be what it just says. There may be more to this once we've done everything else. Some missions do add on once we've done some of it. But this is all to do with the steel pipe facility. And there is another mission separate to this for that. So there may be more to do. One in. Five of these is probably the limit to what we can carry without weight limit as it is, without it being really difficult to go anywhere. I've done that in the past, overloaded the vehicle, and it's so tricky to manoeuvre on corners and things. If it goes too high, you end up with the risk of toppling the vehicle anyway. We have done, I think we've done more than 5 before, so 5 should be fine. I do that's probably the limit. There we go. 2 more to go. We are a little bit far away, but we'll still grab them, so that's not too bad. I think this and the Voron and the other mule carry, I think it's 5 ton, I think it says. It does say in the shop menu, or when you look at the vehicle itself, it does tell you its weight limit. You don't know how much anything on the map weighs. You can kind of gauge it by how the vehicle drives once you've put it on board. And I think we'll see a noticeable change in the Trailblazer with these 5 on board in terms of speed and stuff and cornering. Come on. I don't want it hanging off too much, we can avoid it. I want it kind of, there we go, in the centre. Right, strap cargo, fold frame. Camera. Okay, we're loaded. But I can already tell we're a little bit overloaded. 5 is definitely the limit. You can see how much on the back suspension it is. Yeah, 5 is definitely the limit. Okay. So we need to cross the bridges again to get back across. We've got to be careful here. We don't want to kind of take these at the wrong angle and have a wheel go over and like we did earlier. Get a bit stuck. This bridge may need manoeuvring again, I think, in due course when it's come back here. Kind of in an awkward position. It's moved a bit more towards the rock, which has made it a bit more awkward to get on top, on board it. on it. Obviously we don't want to be a wheel over the edge if we can avoid it, because we've had that earlier and it doesn't go well. The back end is struggling to get on the bridge. Don't do it. I think I've got a wheel in the middle, which is not what we want. There we go, let's see the wheel that's stuck there. It's because the rock, where the rock is, it's made getting on this really difficult compared to what it was originally. No. Can't get the angle. We have got the bridge layer nearby, these can be adjusted. So I'm trying to avoid doing that now though, if we can just get this moving. That wheel keeps going in the middle. It's because the weight's on the back. So obviously then trying to get this on a bridge, it's not happy about it. I can't manoeuvre anything, can I? Okay, I think we need to move the bridge. I don't think we're going to get back across. We'll try one more attempt and then we'll just move the bridge. Come on, over there. Still think we need to move that bridge. Bridge layer is just to our left, to our right there. We are going to need to move that bridge in due course. Don't do it, no! Okay, luckily it's rolled, but I don't think I can get it out of there. Kind of took the bridge too quickly, couldn't get the right angle on it. Don't think I can climb the hill. We're not in that bad a shape, but I don't think I can get up there. Not going to get up there, is it? I'm going to have to get a crane here, essentially. Yeah, I don't think I can get enough grip. Although maybe, actually, hang on. No, it's not going to get out of there. I think our crane's our only option. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Yeah, crane. We could tow it. I don't know if towing will put it out though, to be fair. No, crane. We'll just get a crane. Save ourselves a bother. Yeah, just took it a little bit too quickly. Quarter sails on the edge. And yeah, messed it up. But you definitely need to adjust them bridges, especially that first one. It's just an awkward place. Because you can't build a bridge to go straight across, you have to go across 3 different bridges. It's just an awkward kind of position, to be fair. I suppose that's the downside to just trying to buy the materials rather than making them yourself, recycling and then making them. The downside to that is the entrance is really tricky to utilise. But we can quickly get the rusty zilts there. Rusty one we're using, it was the one we used when we went off the bridge on the other side of the map. So we can use this to pick it up, hopefully, and get it where it needs to. Okay, so it's after this bridge by that wood, I believe. There it is, you can see it. Now this is going to be extremely heavy because obviously it's got the concrete slabs on board. So this may cause us a few issues. Hopefully it won't. Just how much weight will this lift? You see it's lifting us. That was my concern, is the weight because of the slabs becomes a problem. Don't do that. I want it back, it needs to be on its wheels. That's the thing. Okay. Should be able to put it down over here. Get it back on its wheels. I just got to be so careful not to make the zilts fall over. Won't turn. Why will you not turn? Slowly turning. the weight is immense. You can feel it in just the way this is reacting to movement. I want it down, but then I want to pull it towards us when down. There we go. It's back on its wheels. Saved ourselves from failure. Got to be a bit slow over the bridges, essentially. Right, what I need to do, I need to move the crane because I need to get the right angle on the bridge itself to actually get us across. So what I'm going to do, put your reverses over the bridge, and then we can manoeuvre the trailblazer where it needs to get across itself. But yeah, lesson learned. Take the bridges a little bit slower. But yeah, silly mistake really. We know better than that. Solved it in the end though, that's the main thing. We didn't lose anything. Most mistakes can be solved most of the time. I think that's the only place we have an issue. That's the only bridge we need to cross. Obviously, watch out for undulating terrain and not to fall over. But it's not. We haven't got a very tall load. It's only a heavy load. We should be fine. So we head over here. We're going basically through the mountain pass, through the swamp part that we did as well, and then deliver these, and that's mission complete. And we'll see what's after that. Is there a right-hand turn here? I'm trying to think now. Where are we going to? I've lost track of where we are in relation. Yeah, right-hand turn, sawmill north. Yeah, mountain road, and then repair shop. So yeah, right-hand turn, head through, turn left at the power substation. It's actually quite a drive, actually. I thought it was close. The sell point, the buy and sell place, was closer to where we're going, but it's not. 900 meters, in fact. It says there on the left. I think some things are further than you realise at times, and it all depends on the infrastructure. If there's roads in place like this, so easy. And this is why it can take a long time to build roads at the start of the map when it tells you to build them, or when you extend them as well. We don't build many roads it doesn't tell us to do, we just extend the ones it wants us to do. But you spend that time and you kind of do think, I'm not really doing anything, the percentage of what's complete isn't changing. But actually, it then makes sense later on when the infrastructure is already in place and all the missions become a lot easier because you've got that ability to get anywhere from anywhere. Rather than getting stuck in swamps and stuff, you've already got the road network laid out. That makes everything so much easier. And there's still more roads to do. There's still a couple more roads it wants us to make. Once a railway station, I think, is going to be important in terms of getting stuff to and from there. So that's something we need to look at in due course. Corner a little bit awkwardly there. Definitely feel the weight of this. I think that's what RoadCraft does really well. There's no specific weight on items. You can kind of gauge what the item is to how much weight it's going to have. So concrete slab is obviously going to be a heavy object anyway. So these can carry, I think it's 5 ton. If you say one slab is a ton, we're kind of maxed out, aren't we, at 5. And you notice it in the way the handling of the vehicle. There's some games you can play and they try and have realism, but weight doesn't come into it. But this makes it quite significant. Just the way the vehicle reacts to corners and speed is quite significant. You can really see it. And if we overloaded it much more, the front wheels wouldn't be on the road anymore. They'd be up in the air. And I like that sense of what you're carrying matters. You can't, to carry 10 slabs thinking, I'll just do it all in one go. You just won't make it. It makes you want to change the vehicle to actually do jobs properly as well. That's what I really like about this. SnowRunner's pretty similar in that respect. I think this just takes it to a whole new level. Whereas SnowRunner's kind of just delivering. The fact of building roads and things just takes it to a whole new level. I don't know whether this will have as much DLC as SnowRunner has. Can only hope it does long term, but we shall see. We know there's at least 2 updates coming this year minimum, adding new maps and new vehicles. So hopefully there's a lot more to come as well. Right, we're getting closer, 250 meters away now. Just going on our road through the swampy area. Our road isn't exactly the smoothest, to be fair, but then we're building for a swamp. We didn't really have much choice. And this was all an extension of an original road as well. No, don't. I thought I toppled it. Trying to take the corner in a decent way. You can actually see the join between road it made us build and road we extended to, because the join is never perfect. But we're here. We've got to the repair shop. We've got the 5 steel beams. It's been a bit of a journey. Let's see what this does once we've got these here. Okay, I'm just going to unstrap them, and then we need to complete the task in the actual objective menu. There it is. That's confirmation. 5 steel beams, 5 logs, 5 concrete slabs. Road is built too. Mission complete. Okay, new missions now popping up. Just going to be a second to sort itself out, and then we'll have a look at the new stuff and have a look at what we're going to do next. I say that it was 1. So new mission here: facilitate the transportation of the broken machinery. So we need to set an infrastructure route. The repair shop is expecting the core pipe machinery for repairs. First, build a road near its entrance to allow easy access for trucks. Then organise a route for the convoy transporting the machinery from the Nicole Avenue tunnel to the repair shop. So that's the Nicole Avenue tunnel. The repair shop is there. Have we already got a straight run? We have. So everything we've done till now was made this easy. So there is a straight run now for that convoy to the repair shop. So what we'll do is, because we normally go and do a side mission next, we'll set this up so it runs. We'll go and do the side mission. So because this might as well be running while we're doing other things. So that's. Oh, hang on. Why is it already leaving? I've not set up yet. That's weird. The Wayfarer's already out and about. I've not even set a route up. What? I don't know what's happened. It's giving us confirmation we've done it. I don't understand. Something just bugged out. That's telling us that mission is complete, even though we didn't do it. Vehicles are still coming, and I don't think that mission's there to do anymore. Oh, they've disappeared now. Okay. To be fair, the route was simple. I don't understand what happened. Has it gone onto the thing as well? Yeah, infrastructure request completed. Mission completed. Main objective completed. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, we kind of had it set there anyway. It would have made it. It's a straight run, as you can see. There wasn't really any difficulties to it. But yeah, surprising. It's weird. Okay. We're going to do a side mission next, as we said. Next one to do is find and secure hazardous materials. Let's have a closer look. I guarantee we're going to get no bonus awards. Guarantee it now. An unfinished toxic waste dump in a marshland has been compromised following severe flooding. The containment structures have failed, scattering hazardous barrels across the area. These barrels now pose an immediate threat to local ecosystems, water sources and communities. Time is of the essence if you want to prevent further environmental damage. Locate, secure and move all displayed toxic barrels to a temporary holding site for stabilisation. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. we have got a vehicle to pick them up here. We've done similar to this on the previous DLC map, and every time we picked up the cargo, it very quickly broke and went to 0. So I'm not expecting bonus rewards for doing 100%. What we're going to do is jump in the vehicle we have here. This is the Mule T1. And this is the ideal vehicle to use, mainly because it's right near where they all are. So we've got to pick all these barrels up and then take them to the repair shop afterwards. So let's head for the first barrel to our left here. Now this is going to be a swampy kind of area to kind of navigate. My only real concern is this pipe here is going to stop us getting across. So we may have to do this single one, deliver it, and come round and come in from over here if we can, because I don't believe we're going to be able to cross this pipeline. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to. Maybe we can come this way though. Maybe. We'll figure out in a second. The first one's over to our left, so we'll head there first. Again, it's very swampy, we don't want to drown ourselves. And generally once you pick these up, they then start destroying your crane or damaging the cable that connects it essentially. Now this is still very bad marshland, hence the mud. As we can move, are okay. So recently this marshland was all underwater and we drained it after putting in a pump over there. Right, can we reach this from where we are? Do we need to get closer? I'm hoping we don't need to get closer. We need to get closer, don't we? My concern with getting closer is more the fact that we're going to end up drowning the vehicle if we're not careful. It's either that or we need a bigger crane. Because that is going to be tricky to grab. I think we might need a bigger crane to get these. Let's see if we can get close to it without drowning. It's not just the drowning, we've also got to be able to get out of the water. Look how deep that is. Right, obviously we can go as far as we can before we start drowning. It levels out there actually. It does level out. Might be alright. But I fully expect this to get fully 100% damaged by the end. Just from previous experience with these things. Okay, we need to get closer. Till that shows up as a connect. There we go. Right, I'm going to handbrake, anchors. We're going to damage it, it's a guarantee. Obviously we're going to try not to. Right, get up in the air. Don't hit. Oh, there we go, damaged already. Just caught the side of the vehicle. That's how easy these things get damaged. Even just putting them in the vehicle damages them. Try and be gentle, it doesn't help. It doesn't work. Right, slowly down. Okay. It's in. We'll, as I say, we've had this before. We know what these are like. I guarantee we're going to damage it more just trying to get it there. 33% remaining. As long as we get it there, even if it's fully damaged, as long as it arrives, you get the rewards. It's more the fact you've got to get it there. But it'll break the bits that are holding in place the straps. It will break them when it wants to as well, and that's what will get it down to 0. Once it's 0, you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, one slight knock and it's gonna break even more. So previously, I don't think we've ever got one to a destination without it being 0. I think every single one we've done is 0 all the time. LVs, good morning, how are you? So if we get 33% there, that's something. But any terrain jumps and knocks and bumps will make it go. We'll try and get it there with some percentage remaining, but as I say, feeling we won't. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. I thought we was going this way, it's not, we've gone the wrong way. We needed to go this way. Where does this take us out? To there. I don't want to go that way then. Okay. I thought we need to turn around. I thought this road led to where we was going, but it doesn't. I could get down there though, and then round. If we keep going on this path, there is a point we can go down. We'll have to take it really easy, but I think we can get down there. I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. I've given myself a kick on the backside and realised what. There we go. 100% damaged. We knew it was coming. Now we can strap it though with no real issues. It won't break again now. The undulating terrain made it break. The Dying Light. Oh, the Beast is new Dying Light of the Beast. How are you finding it? We had it on the vote recently, and it didn't even. No one was interested, so we didn't do it. We'll put it back on the vote at some point. We enjoyed the first 2 games, to be fair. But yeah, I gave myself a kick on the backside. Little boy's birthday the weekend helped, I think, as well. Kind of realised what's important. And yeah, back to it. Happier, shall we say. Come on, I'm slow. So now this is fully damaged, we just need to deliver it. Makes sound like a little bit easier. So what the plan is, we're going to get further along here and then we're going to take a right. I think we can get to all of these. We may need a bigger crane, but we'll see. But we're going to have to keep navigating around pipework by the looks of things. Right, which way, where are we? So here we can head down here. I was actually going to head down there, but we missed it. So we need to take a turn to the right here and just head down towards the road. So now this is fully damaged, it doesn't matter if we hit trees and stuff. We shouldn't do though. We should. We don't turn the vehicle over. Be able to get down here onto our road network. It's extremely steep. But we're there. There we go. But even on the road network, I think this would have been more damage. The minute we hit a bump on this road, it will damage again, or would have damaged. So getting over 0% is kind of what we expected. And then we need to assess the other 3. But yeah, I don't understand what happened with the infrastructure mission, the convoy mission. It just bugged out and seemed to just complete itself for us. Luckily, we'd already done the road and everything though, so we knew it would have made it no matter what. So it's not. I feel like we've cheated it a little bit, even though we had no control. But what's done is done. Right, let's deliver this first one, and then we need to work out how to get the other 3. So that is. I need to unload it. Since we're here anyway, I may as well unload it rather than just keep in the back. You can complete it with them in the back. By the looks of things. Right, let's have a look how we're doing the other 3. Time evolution, but new location is gorgeous. Oh, okay, based in the Alps. Ah, interesting. I've not looked at anything about it, to be fair. That's interesting. Right, we need these 3 here. My concern is obviously getting across the pipes to get to them is my concern. But what I'm thinking is this first one we head down here. So we head out of here across here. Down the middle of the pipes. We grab this first one. And then potentially we either head over this way and come round on ourselves. Which may be the right thing to do actually is there. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So out of here between the pipes is where we're thinking. The hope is the water's not too deep. Obviously the risk is drowning and getting stuck, admittedly. Generally, these are our go-to vehicles and they can cope with most terrain, so I'm hoping we're okay. Say cope with most terrain. It's not liking it. It's deep mud, isn't it? Come on. Are we fully stuck? We head more to that left. should be a bit firmer, I'm hoping. Obviously this is all from after draining the swamp with the pumps, so you'd expect the terrain to be like this. But it's our only way across. We can go straight here. Just need to go on a bit firmer ground, which is just ahead of us there. That should be firmer, to be fair. While we're moving, there's no point doing anything else because we are still moving. That means we are still able to get out. There we go, firmer ground. Need to remember when we come back to avoid that little pit that's there. But this is my concern with travelling between the pipes as well. We may have the same issue. How soft the ground is, that's the thing. Oh, Carl Crane is still the main person, is he? Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know it was still him as the main character, to be fair. It makes sense considering the story, the way the story ended in the second one, to be honest. Okay, we are quite slow because of the terrain being as muddy as it is, or swampy. We can see some red pipes ahead as well, so potentially we've got to get down there and replace some pipes in the future by the looks of things. Right, how deep is this water? This was my concern. This bit of water here. No, we can get across, we're okay. Thought that was going to be deeper than what it is actually. I don't know if I do believe any, to be fair. I suppose aliens, maybe? Does that count as a conspiracy theory, aliens existing? Whether they're in Area 51 or not, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of any offhand. What about yourself? I bet if you say one, I'll go, oh yeah, that one. But I can't think of any. I want to know why they're called conspiracy theories as well. That's the thing. Let's just double check where we're heading here. So we're heading to this bit here. So if we go straight here and then head through the trees, that should be the firmest part of the ground we can use. There's a tree stump there, that's fine, it's gone. Just trying to stay on as firm a ground as possible to avoid getting stuck. We go between these trees. Small ones will just be knocked down. Anyway. Avoid the big ones. But yeah, I can't really think of a specific conspiracy theory. Are they called a conspiracy theory because it's not the mainstream way of thinking? Maybe, I don't know. Is it a conspiracy to think differently? But yeah, aliens is probably the only real one I can think of. And even then, are they in Area 51? I don't know. Okay, this mud's quite deep here again. Don't tell me I'm stuck after getting all this way. The actual what we're picking up is just ahead of us there. I think it was the tree that was catching us out there, to be fair, more than actually getting stuck in the mud. I think the tree was causing the problems. That's the thing, once we even get this, we've got to get back out here again. Right, I think we can pick it up from here, potentially. Let's see if we can. Anchors. Yeah, we can pick it up from here. I want to try not to hit it on the vehicle though, if we can. And also don't hit it on any trees either. Don't. Right, let's get as high as we can for a start. If it hits anything, it will break. So try and be a bit careful. I'd like to get one that isn't 0%. I just don't think it's going to be that simple to do. We've done this on the previous map. They get broken so easily. Okay, slowly down. No, there we go. It's already damaged, but it's in. And it can strap like that. I don't know how long it'll last standing up, but it's there. But again, even putting it down has already damaged it. Okay, from here we're going to go back the way we came, really, if we can. Otherwise we've already disturbed the ground, so there is a chance the ground do me too damaged again. I hit the tree behind us, and obviously that damaged it again. Damaged again. It's now 0%. That didn't take long to fully damage it, did it? Right, strapped now. I can't seem to get the manoeuvre to get past it. There's a tree there and it's stopping us going round. There we go. You can't think of one either. No, that's the issue, isn't it? It's when you hear them, you either agree or disagree, but it's thinking of them off the top of your head is a bit more tricky. There's some that obviously I don't believe, like JFK, that conspiracy, I don't believe that. But don't do it. Oh, I can't get. I need to get round this, and I can't get the vehicle to turn. We kind of come off the slope, and I couldn't control the actual manoeuvre anymore. And now we've got ourselves in a little bit of a predicament. Can't get the angle needed to get around that either. Ah, that's not good. I think I'm going to have to get another vehicle to help us out here. I don't even think the crane's going to help from here. Can't turn it enough. That's the problem. I can't get around the pillar there with the front end. That's as far back as we can go. Try cranes to knock us. The cranes knocked us out of that a little bit. If we start going forward and get rid of cranes at the same time. That's nearly out actually. Might take off. No gear. I think you can always use cranes to try and help you a little bit. Although I've got no movement whatsoever. I might need a scout to come and just pull us, I think. The terrain is horrendous. Try low gear again. There we go, we've got some movement low gear. We just slid off the actual bit of mud that we were travelling on, and that obviously causes the issue. Right, if we turn ourselves around here, we can try again. It's always quite refreshing when you actually manage to get yourself out of the trouble you've got yourself in. Like there, you know, we didn't need to get a different vehicle to come and help. We actually managed to get ourselves out of it ourselves. I always find that quite rewarding. Another pipe there, it's going to need replacing at some point, the red one. Okay, this time take it a little bit slower. We're low gear on instead this time. We want to try and stay on this mound. It's so slippery on the edges though. That's how we slid off a minute ago. But these mounds of soil is what's keeping us out of the swamp. But they're not easy to travel along because they're so muddy from the swamp being drained. We've got 2 more of these still to pick up. We want to head straight along here till the end of the pipe and then come back across, and we can grab those 2 is the plan. Do I need to stay low gear, or can I go a bit quicker and turn it off, I wonder? We'll take it off and just see. Not going to give us much more speed, to be fair. But 2 more of these to go and pick up. They're sliding at the back end there, and if we go too far it's going to put us into the water. We really don't want to do. This next one's going to be tricky because there's a bit of a slope to it as well. We did check this on the map. This is the way it kind of wants you to go. Well, it doesn't want you to go, but it looks more doable. Well, they're saying that. I don't remember this being here. But can't really see this on the map, this bit here, the angle it's at. So the plan is we go up here to the oil pumps and then come back on ourselves to pick up the final two. It does look doable, it's just getting there and doing it. Getting out of there is going to be interesting as well. We'll figure that out once we're there. But yeah, we've got to keep going along here, essentially, to get to the oil pumps. Is my hope. Yeah, the map didn't show the angle this is at. As we've said before, the map can be very deceiving in what you think you're about to deal with. These mounds are easy enough to travel on, just getting to them. I can see the end of the pipe work ahead as well, so we're getting there. Well, I guarantee we're going to get no bonus rewards. You just can't see it. The minute you get anything, these things are a nightmare to deal with. If anyone's done any of these 100%, do let me know, because I'm curious how you've done it. It's not simple with them. Any slight touch on anything makes them break the straps and get damaged even more. Come on. Low gear, does that help? There might be a stump actually, so that when we stuck on something. Feels like we are stuck on something. I didn't see anything though. I think it's a rock. I think we're stuck on an actual rock. I don't know if I can get out of this though from where we are. I didn't know if maybe I could pick it up. Yeah, nothing picked up. I think there is a rock we're stuck on. Let's put anchors down so it will lift us over it. We start going reversing and then take anchors off. Sometimes you can get a manoeuvre. I think there's a rock on the front. I think that is the problem. I think it's that. Yeah, look, you can see it. That's what we're stuck on. There we go, near that. Didn't even see that on the floor as we were driving along. Didn't even notice it was there. Alright, stop. There we go. So much mud, you just didn't even see the rock that was there until we were on it and then stuck. So easy to miss something like that. Get yourself caught out. Using the anchors there helped massively. Right, we're going to keep heading straight and then we're going to come back on ourselves at the other side of the pipes. The only other one is COVID, isn't it? Is the other conspiracy, I suppose. People thinking the jabs were a way of controlling you and things like that. Because I used to work in a medical, well, during the accident was during COVID, and I worked in a hospital, so my views kind of distorted by my experience and what I saw during the worst of it before the accident happened. So I have a different viewpoint on that, I suppose. Right, we'll grab the one over here first to the right, and then we're going to go for the one to the left. Again, we'll get as close as we can. Just try and stay. I'm just trying to see which way is the best way here. Through the trees is probably the better way, because the firm ground that's there is what we want to try and stay on for as long as we can. There we go. Through the middle. Right, we should be able to pick it up from here, I would hope. No, actually we're far too... I thought it was a lot closer. Okay. I thought it was closer than what it actually is. Miles away. We need to go across that bit over there. Will we get across? And can we not drown? We can get across. And it's not as bad as other areas have been. In terms of mud. Right. We need to unstrap the back end. I'll put anchors on. Okay, we got it. I guarantee this is getting damaged before we even got it out of here. Okay, slowly bring it across. Thing is, if it touches the other one, it's going to damage it. That's why I dislike these things with a passion. Right, I've managed to turn it by catching on the edge. No damage so far, but I guarantee putting it down causes damage. Even slowly. Maybe not. But there we go. It broke as I'm putting it down. It is damaged a little bit. So no 100% there. Okay. I think we go back the way we came here and we want to head down to this bit over here to pick the final one up. And then we're heading up this way. And then hopefully mission complete. Oh, I haven't looked at the time actually. 10 past 11. I wonder what time it was. Right, we've still got plenty of time left today, so we can still get more done. We started down 58% complete. Done a few missions. There was one bugged mission that kind of completed for us. Would have been very straightforward no matter what. So it hasn't really messed us up. Okay. So the next mound we're going to get to is just to our left over there. Kind of where we're heading. The main thing also here, not drowning is the other thing. I think we stay on the path we're on now. I'm amazed it isn't being damaged any more than it has when it actually went into the back, to be fair. I would like to get one there without it being fully damaged. I just don't think it's going to be doable. Currently, it's sitting there nicely. Obviously we still need to put one more on board yet. That may change things dramatically, we shall see. But so far so good. They can still be delivered to 0. It was just nice to get one with bonuses. Right, one is in there. We need to get, I think, to our left here to get to it. Again, how deep is the water and how bad's the mud? The water's not too bad. Mud is tricky. How close before we can pick up? I think we might be alright there. I will need to unstrap. There we go. So we can pick it up. So it plops itself up out of the water. Now obviously we don't want it to catch on the concrete as we lift it up here. So we kind of need to get this tight and get it up before it gets to the concrete. We are trying to get them back with some sort of percentage left. It's just so tricky. They break so easily. Even putting them on board is going to be a problem. Down it goes. Right now, we're going to get some. It's kind of wanting to lay down. I can do it as is. There we go. Strap it. If we can strap it down now. Whether it stays, I don't think it will, but we shall see. Right, all of them on board now. We've already delivered one of these. We now have all 3 of the remaining on board. We just need to get them back. And that is easier said than done. So we need to head along this pipeline until we get to the next facility that's there. And hopefully from there we can head back to where these need to be delivered. It's the mud that's going to cause us problems here. I think more than the water. Yeah, so far we're okay. We're going to stick close to the pipeline as possible. I think that is the right thing to do. how deep this water is. And this has been drained as well. That's deeper than other bits, but it's okay. As long as the front end stays up, you're okay. So when the front end starts going down, you've got a problem. Low gear just to help us here. We're sliding back end. We're going straight, but the back end is sliding. There's probably a mound under the water we can't see, like this one that we're approaching now. We're just sliding off the edge of it, I think. We're okay. Right, let's keep going straight here. So far, they're not damaging in the back. I'm amazed. I don't think we've ever had that luck with these before on the previous map either. Because when we first came across these hazardous material and percentages. Right, can we get up here? Is the water too deep? That's the question. And then we've got to navigate the trees. We do not want to hit a tree, because that will damage them. Okay, I'm going to have to hit the small one, I think. Right, let's just stop there a second. So from here we want to head out the trees to the partial road bit here where the pumping station is, and then we're going to head across. Try not to get stuck in the mud like we did originally. Maybe go this way. We're so close to actually getting on there without being fully damaged. We need to navigate these trees though. We'll know if they get damaged because the straps will break. I can't see enough to know if we're near a tree. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay, round to the left here. Can we get one of these there at 100%? I mean, if we can, I'll be amazed. It's the first time we've managed it. All we're going to do is get across to there with no damage. That's all we need for 100% for the first time. Okay, we did get stuck in the mud here previously, so I'm trying to avoid that. I'm going to try and go a bit more to the right here. No! Ah! Thought we had it then. I thought we had 100%. As we came down the slope, they moved ever so slightly. It was enough to make the straps fall off. I think we're going to get them there with some percentage left, which will be a first. But we won't get 100%, unfortunately. Came so close. Maybe was a little bit too keen on the slope. But we've done it. They are there. Mission complete. I don't know if we got any bonuses. It's not going to matter too much. But the hazardous material has been received and brought back. Thanks for the like, but it was much appreciated. Right. Mission complete. Next one for us to do is head to the steel pipe facility. So the flooding has been dealt with, but there's still work to be done. Restarting oil production will require a significant supply of pipes. Your next job is to go to the steel pipe facility and assess its condition. So we just need to get there and assess how it is. Essentially, that's it. Scout vehicle will be ideal, really here, I think. We got one nearby. I'm going to leave the one up the railway station there because we're going to need to use that one to reach the crane. And then we just grab a scout vehicle and head across. Is my thinking. So, back in the garage, let's grab a scout. Why is it saying there's new stuff in the shop? What's new in the shop? Is it these? Because we haven't bought a fuel truck yet. Because we own every vehicle bar like one or two that's pointless. These are showing as new, but we can't. We own them. The cargo truck's pointless. There's no crane on it. I don't think there's anything else actually new, is there? No. I think it's just keeps showing up because everything's unlocked, maybe. Right, scout vehicle is what we need. The Vostok is a crane. I'm just wondering whether we take a crane there rather than just a scout vehicle. No, we'll take a scout. I think the whole point is to take a scout. The Mutt TUZ 119, nicknamed the Mutt. Is that the rusty version? I think it is, isn't it? Let's go to the shop. I just want to see if there's a proper version of the mutt that isn't actually a rusty version. We'll get that one. Sar, Carillion, Malamute, Invictus, Minuteman, Thunder, Lynx. Where are you? Why am I not seeing the mutts here? TZ119 is that one. That's the Lynx. That's really confusing. Maybe there is not. It's because this can't be sold. Makes me think this is a rusty version, which means there should be a better one to buy. And normally the better versions are our colours. Thank you for the like, very much appreciated. But I can't see it. Manamute, Rescue Invictus. It's not that one. Maybe you can't buy it. We may have found it, to be fair. So maybe you can't buy it then. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So we can't. So the mutt that we've got, we can't buy. Surprisingly. Let's not use it then. Let's use the Invictus. We haven't used this on this map. This was gained, I think, on the previous map, I think it was. So we need to come out of here. We follow the road up till we get to our junction. Instead of going right, we're heading left. And then from there we can figure out what we've got to do from there. We have used this previously. It's not too bad. It's obviously not as tall as some of the others, so it has issues in water. Or it can have issues in water. Other than that, it's a pretty nice scout vehicle, to be fair. Handles terrain pretty well. It's very low to the ground as well. It's very compact, which does make it a little bit more grippy in bad conditions. Yeah, the big thing that's coming this year then for this is also the vehicle mods. All it's been described from what I read online was similar to SnowRunner. So I'm guessing tyres, but what else could you actually mod about vehicles? That's the thing. Right, so we're going past our right hand turn, we're heading left. And we follow this round. We haven't really been this way, so it'll be interesting to see what we find. Doing well against the conditions though. It's all pretty solid road, it's just bumpy. The noise of this as well, I do like the sound the engine of this makes compared to some of the others. It just feels really grunty. Right, 200 metres to go. We are nearly there. Might have to open some gates. No, there's a hole in the fence. Or gates are missing, one of the two. Okie dokie, we're here. Let's see what it needs us afterwards. Right, there'll be some changes to missions now. Let's see what it does. Area revealed as well. We'll have a look at that in a second. Prepare the steel pipe facility, new objective. Is that it? Okay. One new objective. I weren't sure. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated. So, area's now revealed. This is all of it revealed now. So we need to prepare the area. Let's track it. Good news! The facility is still standing, but it's cut off from the power grid and low on resources. We need to think fast to get up and running again. Your job is to connect it to the power grid and organise a supply route from the mountain tunnel. So mountain tunnel's up here. It needs a bridge, first and foremost. We're not getting anything through there without a bridge, are we? So we need to go and get a bridge. And then the route itself is simple. It's a main road. Can bring itself around fairly easily. So that's not an issue. We just need to put a bridge in then by the looks of things. Now, to get a bridge here, I'm just trying to see what our nearest point is. Obviously, forest base over there. Where's the connection? See, potentially we need to get across here, don't we? Is there a... that's fencing there. There's no way through from there to there. Yeah, it's going to be there. Bridge vehicles aren't the easiest to manoeuvre, that's all I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think ahead to how we get across here easily. In all honesty, I think our best way is maybe forest base. But it's this bit here that's a bit concerning. Now we've got a choice. We either buy a new bridge vehicle, which we may have to, because we can't make bridges, or we go and grab the steel beams from over here, deliver them to here, and we use our current vehicle. So where is our current bridge layer? My first thinking, we may just buy a new one, just because it already has a bridge on top. Got the rusty one there. That's a normal one. So that's currently there with the bridge we had to put there. Either way, we're going to need to either move the beams to a facility or just buy another vehicle. We did sell a load of these. In fact, we could probably still sell some of these. We keep the bridges if they're sold. So that one there, we need to bridge that pipeline. Oh, actually, the pipeline is not... we don't need that anymore. So I think maybe we pick the bridge up, we drive this out of here, and then we can drive it up. Yeah, I think that's actually a better plan. Let's pick this bridge up from where it is, because that bridge is no longer needed. Pick the bridge up, and then we just need to drive this to where we need to put it. I don't want to keep buying new bridge vehicles just because we don't want to go and do the other bits and pieces. That's my only thing. I want to you know, use what we can. Okay, that's attached. Obviously, if we need to get some more steel beams to make new bridges, we can. That's the thing. And that's what we'll try and do. So we need to get out of here. We need to kind of follow this round to get to our road that's here more than anything else. It's a scale vehicle though, it is, isn't it? Or we can go up. What is our best way out of here? I think probably this way round, to be fair, and just try and meet through there. It's just going to be navigating the trees. But I think that may be our best option. As long as we're careful we shouldn't drown this, which is the important part. Although we could recall this now, but we're already driving it. And to be fair, we're not far away from where we wanted to go. There is a route that way, but I don't think that's the way we want to go. We want to follow these trees as much as we can, stick to solid ground where we can. Just see if we can find a way through. While heading slightly to our left, essentially. It may have been easier to recall this, to be fair, but I thought, we're in it, we're driving it, we're not stuck. We're not massively far away from where we need to be. So rather than just recall it, maybe we'll just drive it there. Downside of this vehicle is obviously the view is obscured by the bridge. Because it's tracked, it does deal with most terrain pretty well. And it can bash trees down too, like that one. Don't tell me I'm stuck. Okay, we get a little bit stuck there. It's because of the coming down and then getting stuck on the ground that's there. Probably should have stayed more high, to be fair. There's our road, that's where we're going to get to, our road that's there. These small trees will just knock down. Hardest thing is making sure we don't drown the vehicle. Should be okay. In fact, let's go this way. The engine in the back, so if the back end goes in water, that's when we're going to drown it. So this slope here may be tricky. If we can get on it, we're okay. It's just the angle we're going to be going on. You can see already it's saying deep water, and this angle is going to make this worse. In fact, can we even get up there? I don't think we can. Not liking it. Try going to the right. We probably should have gone to that higher point over there, to be fair. I don't know if we're going to get on this way. There's a flat spot there, but I don't think we'll make it without drowning. I think our best bet is to go back and go across the other side over there. Potentially, it's a flatter area. The tracks are pretty good in most terrains. It's just the manoeuvrability of this is very poor, shall we say. Just be aware of where the engine is and make sure it's not too deep in any sort of water. Something to keep an eye on. Right, the thinking is we head across to our right hand side here. Flatter kind of area to kind of hit the road, which is what we need. There we go. Go on up the hill. Because this is so heavy, the bridge itself is going to weigh an absolute amount. Obviously, our weight of the whole vehicle is massive, and that is an issue when you're trying to go up slopes. I think we're there though. We are on the road. Right, let's have a quick check of where we're heading here. So we want to be from here, head up to the oil pumps, out the other side of the oil pumps, and then we want to be round. No, we don't want to go as far as that, do we? It's because I've moved the map. I keep moving the direction of the map. We're currently here, out of the oil pumps, follow the road this way, and then up there. And we'll drive through and come out the other side. So, oil pumps, left-hand side out, and keep following past the sawmill. We'll probably need to check the map again in a minute. Okay, this is weird. It's not liking this slopey area, or even on the road. One of the track vehicles is they're good at turning when you're not moving forward or back. The minute you try and turn while driving forward or back, it doesn't like it. And it's like a choice between movement or turning. Also, the turning options are opposite when you're not moving as well. That's something else I've realised. But yeah, our view isn't the best, I must admit. Our view inside is even worse. So we'll stick to the outside view. Sometimes you can go inside view and it's a lot better. This isn't. This is worse. And we could move the camera so it's further back. I thought the view could change, but we'd have to readjust it when we change vehicles, so there's no point. I'll just keep it the same. Right, on the left here. Past the tyres. These can all be picked up if we need money at some point, although I don't think we will. Out the other side, and then we want to head left at the end of this road, and then only, I think, a quick right afterwards, through past the sawmill, and that road will take us to the main road we need to get to the steel pipe facility, which are basically heading through. And then while the convoy is doing its thing, we'll go and lay cable for the power. We need to work out where they need to start from. And hopefully none of the roads we've built for the swamp areas are going to affect where this cable ends up going. We still have yet to break up a road that we've built. So a lot of time we may have to end up breaking a road to put cables in to connect power. Throughout the whole game and all DLC to now, we've yet to break a road to do that. Mainly because we've always fought ahead and dealt with it. This one we didn't know was a thing, so we haven't been able to think ahead on this one. Whether we can connect to another building that doesn't come near our roads, that's the thing. We try and avoid roads, even if it's just a track, as much as possible. We try and just make sure we're alongside them, mainly because travelling on a track that has had a pipe laid can be extremely bumpy, and some vehicles don't like that. But yeah, I'm hoping we get through the whole game and all DLCs and never have to use the asphalt destruction. It'd be quite cool. Kind of want to use it because we've not used it though, that's the other thing. Right, same route as we did in the scout vehicle. And again, this is track, so it should be okay in regards to terrain. It's just all the bumps. This is a lot heavier than our our scout vehicle was, or is, I should say. Not liking some of it. Didn't know this could be a problem, but it's a main route where we're going in a minute. We are going to need to build probably a small road bit to connect a different area to this. For the minute, this is our main access point. We've got half an hour of the stream left. I'm curious to how much we've done in terms of, we started around 58% complete on this map. 65 maybe? We haven't finished the second of the 3 story parts either. Hasn't popped up yet. I wonder if the steel pipe facility may be the thing that pops up the second of the 3 parts, potentially. There's still a lot of pipes that we're going to need replacing as well. We've seen a few of those on our travels. There's going to be a lot of missions replacing pipes, I think. But we can see in the distance we are getting there. We're slow and steady with this, but we're not making progress. It just rocks occasionally and gets caught. Because the front end is quite low because of the way the bridge sits. Then it catches sometimes, especially when it's a bumpy kind of area. Also like sliding down hills. And not changing direction while moving forward. Okay, we're nearly there. The road we're going to go on next is not nice and flat, so we shouldn't have any issues. That was the harder route essentially. Well, second route, but it's the only route we can currently get to easily. So we now need to head through the steel beam facility. Where's the exit? Around the buildings. And to our left, and then we can follow the main road all the way to where we need to lay the bridge. And then what we'll do is set the infrastructure mission up so that's doing its thing while we're laying the power cables down, and that should get the mission complete that way. At some point I suppose we need to clear up all the logs we've got laying around in those 4 areas that we cleared. The logs are there, we just haven't done anything with them. Right, this is the bridge we need to put this one down on. Okay, let's get it in the right place. Well, this should fit. I don't think this will be an issue size-wise. You can actually see the bit of bridge in the water down there. Okay, it's there. There's plenty of room. Let's go back a little bit here. Only because every time we go on it, we're gonna move it ever so slightly. There we go. Bridge is on. We'll park this nearby until we need it again, and then we'll set this convoy up and we'll go and grab the cable layer and work out our best route for that. Right, there we go. So now we can set this up properly. So last time we did one of these, it started when we were still laying the actual route out and completed for us. This time it hasn't, so we're good. Right, we need to make sure our route is in the middle of this to avoid it falling in. And as I say, the route is very straightforward for the convoy. All on decent terrain. I don't think it's going to use a Wayfarer looking at it, which is good. Wayfarer is the worst vehicle in the game. And there we go. We can dispatch that. I don't foresee any issues, but you just never know. Right, cable layer. Where can we get cable to and from? Potentially there to there. It's quite a wide area we can connect to here. I think that may be our best option actually, from the main power substation there and just come across the swamp. There is a track we can potentially follow. I know we do try and stay away from using tracks, but that seems to be our best option. Yeah, that seems to be the right way. Main power substation and across. Right, where is our cable? I think it's over here. No, it's not there. I think I've seen it out and about in one of our facilities. Cable layer, there we go. You are the Highland base, so it's miles away from where we need it. There's no point driving it from there. So what we need is to see where our best option is. Probably here, to be fair. Because then we can come out and go up to the main, yeah. So we need to bring back our cable layer. And then we're going to need to drive it from here. There we go, deploy that. So head to the sawmill and then up to the main power substation, and from there we can go across the swampy area that's still there and potentially put a cable in that way. The infrastructure route is now complete, so that's already completed for us. It's just the power needed to get that up and running. Hopefully we can get done today. It's not the quickest vehicle. Handles most terrain pretty well though. Massively dislikes rocks. To be fair, it's mainly the rock thing is more the actual cable layer itself for the back end. The actual tracks themselves aren't too bad of them. So we'll follow this road until we get to a right hand turn, and then we'll follow that to the sawmill. We kind of roughly know the map. The problem is on this I find, by the time you've learned the map, know most of your way around it. It's then time to move map because you finished it. That's what I find generally. Right hand turn here. Significant difference between this and the bridge layer though, in terms of manoeuvrability and driving. Okay. Told us we've done it a second time. Now infrastructure missions, especially convoys, carry on until they fail. Once they've completed their first one, which is generally what you need for a mission. So I think that route may follow on until we block it or something. I don't remember it showing up like the middle of the screen every time. Well, we've got a bit off road there, it's caused us a little bit of an issue. Get back on that. Tracks are just not liking that bit of slope there. Okay, we're going to head left at the end of this road and then follow up to the main power substation. Or I think is it main or is it side? I don't know. Head to the substation anyway, and then we can start laying a cable across. Just conscious of time. We should get this done. Unless there's any unforeseen problems in the swamp, it should be absolutely fine. And this will stop us having to dig up any of our roads as well. It's always a plus point. Don't do it. Back end just went there as you put too much speed, maybe got the back end slightly off the road. Nearly rolled it over. Okay. Substation is there, so we're looking for kind of this edge by the looks of things. If we take the road to our left here and basically go towards where it bends and stop there, and then we'll assess. Right. We've been going quiet a little bit. I'm starting to get drowsy. I've noticed it a few times now. But I want to get this done today if we can. Right, so we're here. The mission requires us to put power. So I'm thinking we go across here. So from where we are now, there is an old track that leads this way. We try and stay away from tracks, to be fair. I do think at some point we may need a road to connect this up nicely for this side. We maybe need to finish this road up here, maybe. It wasn't a mission at any point, but maybe that's what we need to do to connect things. Otherwise there's only one road to and fro, which will slow us down. Although actually we can connect up here. This just needs spurring off and over here. There's that connection as well. But I think we're not going to ruin anything for damaging this kind of road surface. So I think we start maybe from where we are. And just lay cable all the way across until we get to there. That's my plan. As I say, the only thing that can mess us up here is trees. I don't think the swamp's going to be that bad. I think it's the trees. We shall see. But we'll start on the edge here. I think we may get away once again with not digging up a road. Okay, that's right on the edge of the road actually. Will that connect? Yes. So I think if we follow the track, I think that's our safest option here. Just follow the track. Because that will essentially get us to where we're going. Obviously through the swamp it may be a different story. I'm not 100% sure where the engine is on this. It may be in the middle. Because that's the issue, is getting this stuck. Not stuck, drowned. Is the problem. How deep is the water? Not too bad actually. It's not warning us of it being drowned, so it's okay. Okay, let's just check where we're going. Yeah, next bit of road we want to hit is this mound here. It's not too bad, to be fair. Basically just laying the whole road on the mud track that's here. If we're going to do a road here, you'd probably follow the mud track to lay a road. So we'll just go over the cable in the end. Follow this all the way around. Okay. There's mud here, but I don't think we want to go to the right of that mud. Slow and steady, but we are making it. So we're looking for that pathway straight across from where we are now. I do think there'll be a road bit here at some point, if we need to keep navigating across. Or the main road needs extending further from the other side. Go up that way maybe. There we go. I think we're out the majority of the swamp. And we can actually see the facility ahead of us here. We just need to get to an edge where this can be laid, which would be just up there. And that'll be mission complete. Unless it's going to add to the mission. There's all the chance they add to the mission, but I don't think it will. I think we'll just get the facility up and running. Potentially maybe finish the second to 3 areas, 3 mission logs. Potentially. And then yeah, we'll hopefully have to road this at some point. And then cable's on its way. Come on, last little bit. What have we stuck on? Oh, it's a tree. I won't be going up there about the tree. There we go. Last little bit, and we're there. Mission complete. Let's see what comes up next. There we go. Return the refurbished machinery to the facility. Is that it? That is it. Okay. We've got about 10 minutes left. Let's have a look at the new objective. Return the refurbished machinery to facility. So we need to deliver a vehicle from the repair shop that's been fixed after we delivered all the parts there previously, and that needs delivering to there. Now the only other mission we have on currently is the mobile crane flooded valley. We do want to do that, but I think focus on doing this while we're here, I think. So with the core equipment repaired, it's time to return it to the steel pipe facility, drive the truck carrying the refurbished machinery to its destination and help resume operations. This is a wayfarer, isn't it? So one vehicle I didn't want to be using. This is actually fairly simple to a point. My issue only is here. We're going to have to come across here and then down this way. And then once we hit the road, we're good again. Well, I say we're good. A wayfarer is really bad on anything other... not that way. There. The wayfarer is very... is rubbish on all terrain apart from asphalt, so we may have an issue. There's actually a place to put a road in there maybe. I think we drive this back and we'll see how far we can get. We've got about 10 minutes left. I have been falling asleep a little bit while doing the cable laying, which isn't good. That's the drowsiness kicking in. And the wayfarer, as I say, is the worst vehicle we can possibly drive. So we're going to be a bit wary of this. We may need a scout to tow us if things get too tricky. We shall see. When it said vehicle modding in the future, my hope is you can change something like this. This vehicle could be better in loads of different ways. Currently it's kind of unusable. No, 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 no. Nah. I started falling asleep and I couldn't see what I was doing. I did say drowsiness is starting to get to me. Luckily we've got a base nearby. We can quickly grab a crane and pick it up. That's annoying. I didn't know there was a bridge layer there. Should have known that a bit sooner, to be fair. Yeah, I was just starting to fall asleep. Hence the problem. Vostok, could that lift it? No, we need something bigger, don't we? The rusty zilks we've used to pick vehicles up previously. Right, let's get it done. But yeah, drowsiness is kicking in, which generally does around this time of day. Fairly simple recovery though, we just need to head turn left at this junction here, then take a right and follow it along, we'll find it quite quickly. I knew I was pushing it, when doing the cable layer I was really struggling. So I knew I was pushing it, but we've only got 10 minutes left. Thing is, the drowsiness is a combination of the painkillers we're on, because they all cause drowsiness, they're all sedatives. Because hence why I didn't want them in the first place, but I wouldn't be surviving on the pain if I didn't have them. And on top of that, sleep apnea makes it worse. I lack of sleep in the night time because it's of the pain. Add all that together, that's why we're drowsy all the time. But it is frustrating. Okay. Pick this back up. All we need to do is get it back on its wheels. It should be okay, back on the road. Don't know how easy it'll be to pull that back end out of there. Let's put it there. We'll swap vehicle to it and just see if we can get the back end to come round. Because that back end may pull us. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thought the back end may be a problem. Okay, need to crane that back end round, I think. If we go single point of attachment, just that back end just needs to come round. Right, that may do it. So hoping to get this done before we finish today. Come on, get it round. There we go, we're good, we're good. I don't know what the best view is. Probably there. Taking corners with these long vehicles, I've always had issues in other games as well. Trying to get that cornering right is tricky. That's not our only place to make a mistake though. I think getting across to the main road potentially is an issue. As I say, this doesn't like anything but asphalt / tarmac. So as soon as we're in an area without a road, we may have issues. Although we could be towed. Towing would work. It's just annoying on tow a vehicle the whole way. Okay, we're looking for the track that goes off from this road on our right hand side. Okay, so we need to pass this divot here, and then we need to head to the right, and this is where we may have an issue. That's because we're not on solid road. What we've done, we've kind of gone off the road ever so slightly, and that's caused it to get caught on a bit there. And I can't manoeuvre anywhere. Yeah, we've got no manoeuvrability. Okay, what have we got nearby? Okay, potentially all we need to do is just knock it forward. Should hopefully be enough. Hate the Wayfarer. Some of it is my driving, admittedly. Yeah, no getting away from my driving is a contributing factor. But at the same time, this vehicle is just frustrating. Okay, so it's pushed us a little bit too far there. Because I don't want to be going down there. What I need to do, swap vehicle again quickly. This needs to come forward to allow us to reverse this. There we go. There we are. And then we do need to head to the right here, which is where the issue lies. Okay, trailers across. We need to be going right here. Unless I can, maybe we're better off going this way down here and across. Yeah, I think that might be a better option. Let's keep going forwards. Either way, we're cutting across. Or we can go the long way round, but the long way round, we're still going to go across untarmacked areas, which again will cause us problems. So I think we need to head down there. I think we're going to head this way. Obviously, my only concern is obviously getting stuck. Let's see what happens. We are massively running out of time there. I want this mission complete so we can say we've done this bit. That's my hope. If we can get to the road, we are laughing. I just know how bad this vehicle is, that's the annoying thing. Dodge the tree roots. Come on, keep the forward momentum, keep the forward momentum. Come on. The road is there, we can see it. No forward momentum, no. Low gear, not helping. So hoping we'll just keep going forward there, and we're there. What's getting stuck? I think it's the slope that's the problem there, actually. Let's try going to the right a little bit then. I'm amazed we've got this far without it getting stuck, to be fair. Knowing how this normally is, and how bad it normally is. There's the road we need to get to, just ahead of us. Come on. No momentum again. It's because of the incline here, I think, is causing the problem. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. Just can't get the last bit going. Come on. Trying to crab walk it to see if I can get some momentum that way. Right. There's no point messing around. I want to get this mission done. We're so close to being done. Let's go and grab the scout vehicle. We can tow the thing. I was trying to avoid having to tow it, but we're that close to being here, we may as well quickly tow it. The way out from here is the other way. That would be going the wrong way, wouldn't it? It's only got to be towed up that one little bit. So we'll quickly tow it up and then we'll be finished. 3.5 hours today has disappeared like anything, but we've got a fair bit done. As I say, it was 58% complete on Washout when we started. I think we're going to be a lot closer after today. Now, where is it? On our right hand side. Where is it? Oh, it's still further in the trees. I thought we was closer than what we were. It's there in the trees. There it is. So as I say, my plan is we tow it. Winch is on. Oh, we can't actually put towing on this. This is the only scout vehicle that doesn't have towing. Just when we need it. we get it on the road, job done. It's just getting to that point. Normally we stick towing on and this would be really simple. But there isn't a towing option with a scout vehicle. Stuck on a tree. Can't break the tree. I'm surprised this hasn't got towing, to be fair. That tree's not going to go anywhere, is it? Let's swap vehicle quickly and just see. Can't knock the tree down. Normally, I'd expect us to be able to knock that tree down. It's not allowing us to. And I can't go backwards either. Oh, there's an actual whole log there. Right, low gear doesn't allow us to move. Okay, low gear's help there. We need to head to the left here, really. Okay, we are out of time today, but I'm just extending a little bit just to finish this mission off. Because we are close to being done. With the mission, not the whole map. It's not liking that hit, is it? I'll take low gear off for a second. Then we get a bit stuck on that tree that's there, which isn't helpful. Come on. Okay, may have to go more to the right here then. It's really not liking getting up that bit over there. I think it's a bit where the scout can maybe pull it through. There we go. Right, swap to the scout. There's a log there that I didn't see. Right, maybe I had to connect to the front and pull this now, potentially. There's another tree it's caught on, or a log. Look at that log down there, we're kind of straddling it. Potentially could be a problem. Yeah. If this had winching on, I don't think this would be a problem, to be fair, but we don't. I don't think I can pull that anywhere. Oh, we're so close to having this done. Well, that helped, that should help. If I can pull it again like that. If this had winching, I think we'd be over this. But we don't. We may have to get a different scout vehicle, which means we will have to end today. Yeah, we're not getting over that. Not as it is. Thought we'd bypass the tree, but not enough. Can't reverse. Yeah. The other thing is a mulcher would deal with it as well, it would destroy the tree underneath. There's a tiny bit of movement there, but that's it. Okay. I think we called it there. We've come really close to being done with it, but we've failed at the last minute. But I think it's something we can deal with in Thursday's stream. Ah, it was close. I thought we'd get that done, still pipe facilities up and running, ready for Thursday. But no, it's okay. I was falling asleep already doing the cable laying and driving the Wayfarer, so there's no point in me pushing it too much.